Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday morning. Waking up in my car. You guys don't know, I went back to my car. I left transitional housing and went back to my car. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry y'all can't see me. It's still dark out here. But I was like, let me do a live stream early while I'm up. Get it out the way because I am going back to work today, which I am delighted to go back to work. I'm happy to go back. You guys are in here and you are new here, please let me know in the chat if you are a new person, you're just finding my channel. Please let me know that you're new. And if you've been here for a while, I went back to living in my car. So yeah, I just went back to doing that. I made the decision to move back into my car due to financials. I wanted to save up some more money. I ran through all my savings. So I had to move back to my car because I had no more money to be able to pay the rent at the transitional living house that I was living in. I had a horrible day yesterday. I didn't really have a good day due to the fact it was so hot yesterday and I just could not get comfortable at all. I was so uncomfortable. I went to the library, stayed there for maybe like an hour. It's hard being like a homeless person and trying to figure out things to do with your day. So thank you for the like, I appreciate that. So it's hard being out here in the summertime because it'd be too damn hot. It was hot yesterday. So I woke up yesterday, went to go exercise in the park for like an hour. It was hot, left the park. I went straight to the park. The only thing I don't enjoy about this lifestyle is the heat and the fact that I have to find food every day. I do not like that. So that's what I do miss about living in the house. Just having access to food, being able to go right to the refrigerator, make my coffee. Like I didn't have coffee yesterday. I'm used to having coffee every morning. So, I mean, I could still make coffee here on the road, but I haven't gotten to that point yet to get like um my coffee pot and everything. I just don't have creamer. I don't have access to any of that. So, being out here is not for the weak of heart, my friend. It's really not. Sorry you guys cannot see me because I'm waiting for the sun to come up a little bit. I need to fix my hair because I got to go to work today. And I'm actually excited about going to work. I'm actually finally happy about going to work. Like, yay, I can't wait. Yay, I can't wait. Sorry y'all can't see me, y'all. And then yesterday, I'm constantly fighting the battle with my phone overheating because it was so hot outside. So I went yesterday and I had KFC for dinner. I had like a KFC bowl. And I don't like eating like fast food, but when you live in your car, it's like you have to go to the grocery store and try to get fresh food if you can. And it's just, that's the hardest thing about living in your car is trying to find meals that that you can eat. So that's the hardest thing about being in your car. So it's some car people that live van life and stuff and they make food in their car. They have like things in their car. I know I'm in the dark because it's dark outside. So of course you can't see me because it's not light out. It's dark out. No, I don't have a lamp. Why would I have a lamp in my car? No, I do not have a lamp. I'm sorry you can't see me now. You gotta wait until the sun comes up. Because I told you, I live in my car. So no, I do not have a lamp. I'm going to work today. So I'm actually happy about that. I don't have to stay out in the elements all day again. And The nights are cooling off. So it's not too hot, but it was hot last night in this car. I felt like I was being bitten last night. I don't know. Mosquitoes were getting into my car. I guess mosquitoes can get into your car. I don't know. I had all the windows up, but I felt like I was being bitten. Living in your car is not really like, don't look at those videos that people post in making living in their car like a great thing. It's really not like a good thing. Like, it actually really sucks. But I can't afford to pay rent, so this is where I find myself, and this is where a lot of people in America finds themselves. And it's so sad when people are older and they have to live like this. It sucks when you're older and you have to live in a car or a van or something. It just sucks. It does really suck. But I found a really nice lady last night in chat. I found a new friend on Facebook, on YouTube, that I can follow. So I was happy to see her yesterday. I was like, oh, I found me a new YouTube friend. So, but I always like to get up early to get out of the way of where I'm at. Because where I'm at is pretty peaceful. It's quiet. I have no problems parking here. I park at these apartment complexes, and it's not bad. So I'm just going to show you guys that side of things. Because somebody will come here and say, oh, I know where you're at. So you can't show too much, of your situation or whatever. You still got to be kind of private with what you got going on. But, so yeah, the ups and downs of having to live in your car is not for the weak of heart. I tell you that much. I'm over it already. Yesterday, I was kind of pissed off a little bit with myself. Like, oh my God, I want to go back to the house, but I can't afford to live in a house right now. You know what I mean? So I got to do what I have to do and stay here. I can't afford it. I do what I can afford to do. So. Oh, you live in your van too? I mean, I made the choice to come back to my car, and I had a hard day yesterday. I was just so hot and frustrated. I went to the gym and took a shower, and I felt a little better. And then I went and got KFC, which I wasn't happy to get that because, I mean, I was happy to get it, but I don't want to eat fast food like that. You know what I mean? I'm used to going to the house, making food, and now I'm going back to work today, and I have to figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard when you're out here. At least when I was in the house, I could just make whatever I had for dinner and be done with that. It's hard. It's really tough. But I do the best I can do for my situation to improve financially, you know what I mean? No, I didn't sleep well last night at all. My first night that I came back to the car, which was yesterday, was my first night. I slept pretty comfortable yesterday, but today, for some reason, well, last night when I got here, I didn't sleep good because it's bumpy back here. You know what I mean? So I have to go to Home Depot and get me like a flat piece of board to put down on this back, and then I can put my soft mattress and my blankets back here. I didn't sleep comfortable last night at all. Like, I couldn't sleep well because I was so tired yesterday. Like, being on the road, I was exhausted yesterday, and living out in the streets, you feel that way. And thank God I have a car because most people don't have cars. So I'm grateful for that. But I was exhausted yesterday because of the heat. And I went to the library. The library was packed filled with people. There's probably other homeless people there doing the same thing I'm doing, just trying to get by every day, trying to find a place to, like, because when you're homeless and you live in your car is your home, but you can't sit in your car because it's too damn hot. You know what I mean? So it's tough. I had a tough day yesterday. I was like, man, I'm sick of this crap already. You know, my second day, I'm like over this crap. But I got to keep going, man. You know, I don't have a choice. This crap is hard. No, I don't want to go back because I can't afford to pay the rent. You know what I mean? I'd rather just try to save now. I don't want to go back, you know? It's tough, you know? It's a rough time because it's like hot outside, you know what I mean? Yesterday was a tough day for me and I was over the day. I was just pissed off most of the day, but went to the library. I was trying to watch a movie. I watched something on Netflix for a little while and you know, other life things that other stuff that's going on in my life. I was just so exhausted yesterday. Yeah, I was at the library for a while, but I didn't stay there that long. I stayed there for like an hour and then I left. Went to go take a shower and I was like, well, if I take a shower, I'll probably feel better. And I felt a lot better when I took a shower. I went to the gym, like I didn't even work out. I just went to the bathroom, took a shower, and left. So, and I'm happy to go back to work today. I couldn't be more happy to, like, the good thing is about being like homeless, if you're still working, like work is a place that I could stay at for like 8 or 9 hours. All I have to do is worry about like going home, like leaving work tonight and finding a place to sleep, you know. I don't have to worry about too much when I have to work. But I can't sleep lately, you know, I guess because my mind is racing and I got so many things going on in my mind. I'm thinking about my life and this or that. It's hard, man. This is not an easy thing. And I'm just like, did I make the right decision? And I said, yeah, I did make the right decision because, you know, my money is depleted. Like my savings, I ran through my savings. So this is the best thing. I just didn't have a great day yesterday. Like I literally was sitting at the library and stuff, just upset because it's hot out here. And every time I was out, like my phone was always overheating and everything. You know what I'm saying? Trying to constantly make sure my phone is charged fully. I have my Jackery and everything, but yesterday was a hard day for me. And then I found myself at KFC eating a KFC bowl, and then I had a soda. That's not normally how I eat, but I don't have no choice but to eat that stuff. You know what I mean? Trying to find a shelter that can let you stay for a few months. Well, the last shelter I stayed in, I could go back there, but I'm trying to push it until it gets chilly out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to wait until like October. I'm trying to do this until October. But yesterday was tough because it was so freaking cold. It was so hot, you know. The elements were affecting me big time. And I went to the library and there were a lot of people in the library. I was trying to watch a movie. I just couldn't focus, you know. I couldn't do anything. I was just so like, oh my God, I hate this already. You know what I mean? Always there so you won't look strange in the parking lot. Yeah, where I'm at is fine. Like I'm at apartment complex and it's actually perfect here. I was just uncomfortable in my car last night because like the back seat is not like flat, you know. Yeah, and I'm not complaining. Like I chose this for my life. I'm not complaining because I chose this. You know what I mean? So, but it's a tough life to live, you know. But it's better to live it now while it's like still summer than live it when it's like winter and it's really extremely cold. So I rather get this out the way now and then go to a shelter when it gets chilly. But I'm kind of looking forward to going to a shelter because I mean, you can make your car really comfortable. I just have to get a mattress topper, and the back is like bumpy back here. You know what I mean? So I got to fix that. So maybe I can get a piece of plywood, a flat piece of plywood out of like Home Depot, and make it that way. Oh, so you're on your own too. How long have you been doing van life? Lee, you've been doing van life too? Yeah, it was really hot yesterday. I was so frustrated. The shelters are shitty. Shelters don't even allow you to stay long term if you have a job. Like The shelters are another form of hell to even like go to. I will save as much as I can save, and I'm going to be just trying to shop around and look for an extended stay or something, because living out in the streets is not something I want to do. It's something I kind of have to do to save up some money. But this lifestyle is not easy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have no problem with finding a place to park that's safe for me, because like where I'm at, it's an apartment complex and it's super quiet. Nobody's freaking worried about me. Nobody's worrying about, oh, is there someone in that car? Like, nobody's really worrying about people that live in their cars the way we think they are. They're not concerned about us. Like, you know what I'm saying? People are literally living their lives. Yeah, because shelters, first of all, shelters, I've been in shelters a lot. And shelters, the staff, they're shitty. They're nasty. They're disgusting people. They treat you like garbage. Like, nobody cares anymore. Like, nobody gives a crap. Like, you could be at the bottom of the barrel. You could lost your entire family, just any situation. Nobody's compassionate. Nobody cares. Nobody's sensitive towards the fact that, okay, this person is homeless. They just look at us as losers. Like, you got evicted? Oh, you're a piece of crap. You're just a wretch to society. Like, I don't even want to go to a shelter, but when it starts to get cold, I would have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got to better my situation. That's it. Because when you get tired of living like this, you're going to do something to really push the, fix the situation and make it better. It's hard, man. Living like this is hard. And imagine someone that's living homeless with no car. It's even harder for them. So I'm super grateful to have a car, you know? Shelters suck. How long have you been living in your car? How long have you been living in your car? Yeah, I went to the gym yesterday. I had a nice shower. It was nice. I just can't wait till this part of my life is in the past and I don't have to worry about this crap anymore. Like, I can't wait until I'm able to say, like, I was homeless too. I was homeless a couple, 'cause I get a lot of people that come here and encourage me and they tell me that they were homeless at this point in time in their lives and they're not homeless anymore. Like, I can't wait until I'm able to say that to. I'm not going back to transitional housing because I can't afford to pay. I'm back in my car because of finances. I ran through my savings. I had a savings when I went there. I was doing okay, but the savings started to deplete. Yeah, I'm not giving up because I can't. You know what I mean? I can't give up. I gotta keep going. I got so many things going on in my life that it's just insane. But I just keep trying, y'all. I just keep trying. You'll be able to retire next year. Good for you. That's good that you don't have to worry about going to these crappy jobs and dealing with crappy people. Do you have any things that you're going to do in retirement? I'm happy about going to work today. When you live like this, you're like going to work is a relief. So I don't mind going to work. So I'm like, yay, I'll be sitting in the air conditioner all day, I'll be sitting in the AC all day. Because yesterday I was annoyed. I'm not going to lie. I went to the gym, but I just went right back there and took a shower and left. And it looks like it's raining. It looks like it's about to rain. But where I'm at is really peaceful, so I don't have any complaints here. I've been here before, so I know the rules. I know the routine, so I was okay being here. I hope you guys had given me some likes and everything. I hope you guys all supported the channel when you came in here with likes. And if you're able to share, can you guys give me some likes, please? Support the channel, because when you guys like the channel, that helps me. That helps me out a lot. I don't want to be on video this morning, so I'm trying to find out how I can get my picture up there. For some reason, it's not letting me do that today. Does it give me a different perspective on humans? I mean, no. I did this. I've been like this before, so I'm not, like, I don't really consider myself homeless, because I have a car. I'm able to sleep in my car, and all I have to do is work. Like, I work 5 days a week, so I'm employed. So I don't really consider myself out here that much, you know? It doesn't give me a different perspective on humans. I'm just living my life and trying to make it. A lot of people are living the same way. Some people they just don't tell you, but I'm not the only one living this way. You work in an Indian restaurant from 5 to 10, 6 days a week. Food, yeah, I love Indian food. But it's all financial, you know. I came back here to save money. Do I wish I could still stay in transitional housing? Yeah. But I can't afford to pay the rent. And if you can't pay the rent, what do you have to do? Like, if you can't pay rent somewhere, what's the next best thing? You have to leave. Yeah, it's okay. Like, I don't want nobody to tell me I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. Like, I'm okay. You know, it's not the most comfortable situation, but I just have to make my car more comfortable to lay on. Because last night it was just a little uncomfortable laying back here, but I have to get my mattress topper, and I could get one from Kohl's. You know, Kohl's has like a mattress topper to make it more comfortable, but I want to get a piece of plywood to put back here to make it flat, because it's not flat the way I want it to be. So if I can get it flat and it's a hard surface, then I could put my soft, blankets and everything on it. So that's what I'm going to be working on, but I don't feel sorry for myself, and I don't want nobody else to feel sorry for me, so I'm okay. I am doing all right. I don't know why I cannot turn this thing on. Seems to want to show my face today. Maybe that's better. It's going to just be a green screen for now, y'all. Locker from last night at the gym. That's my gym locker from last night. How y'all like that? So yeah, I don't feel sorry for me. And I always look at humans the way I've always looked at humans. Some people are good people, and some people aren't good people. So I stay away from people that aren't so great. But life is such. It is what it is in my life right now. And this stupid phone, every time I go live, it's like overheating so bad. So hopefully I can get past this hour, because it's not really hot out yet. So I'm hoping that I can get a live stream. Sorry y'all can't see my face today because I look a mess. I'm trying to go to this park, see if I can go do my 30-minute walk, do my exercise, and then I'll be okay. Yeah, but this lifestyle sucks for, like, I guess y'all can see my face, huh? I didn't want y'all to see me. I'm trying to put this green screen on. I can't show my face today, y'all. I look a mess. Let me do my picture. Sorry. hot trying to go on camera today because I'm looking a hot mess today. You bought an inflatable mattress. Just got a small travel pillow and I'm good. The inflatable mattresses, every time I ever in my life bought like a blow up bed, they just never last. They always end up deflating. So I don't even waste my money with that. I'd rather just get like a mattress topper, and that's what I'm going to get. I got one before from Kohl's, and the mattress topper, when I had that worked pretty good. So I'll just probably get another mattress topper because I don't find the mattresses, the blow up ones, I don't have any good experiences with those. And then on top of that, you got to blow them up, and I can't really, when you trying to be in your car and you don't want people to know you sleeping in your car, you try to lower the noise. The inflatable mattresses, you have to blow those bad boys up. But working at an Indian restaurant, yay, I love Indian food. I love Indian food. It's expensive. I don't, I'll probably get like, I would say, I might eat Indian food like once a year. So what I noticed about this apartment complex that I'm in, I've been here before, and there used to be like a lot of cats here. I don't see those cats anymore. I'm like, what happened to the cats? I don't want to show my face. So I don't know what happened to the cats. I'm trying to avoid y'all seeing me today because I'm a hot mess. Take this off. You're the best I ever had. No face today, y'all. Sorry. Sorry. I don't look presentable. Oh, God, my car is all fogged out. My windows are all, like, foggy. You can tell somebody's in here. Because I've been breathing all night, so. But I'm going to go to the park and get away from this place. That's what I do. I leave early in the morning. But now I must get ready for work. I must get ready for work, my friend. For like an hour, But, like I said, the good thing about staying in your car, I just think about the financial part, and that's it. Like, financially, I'm able to save some money. So that's the goal. Because I can't afford to pay rent. You know what I'm saying? I don't have 3 times the rent. I can't afford to pay rent. And you're going to see a lot of people living this life. It is what it is. It's going to be a lot of people living like this, man. It's a lot of people living like this now, especially single people. Like, it is what it is for me. This is my life for now, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah, so when I was here before at this apartment complex, there used to be like, I swear there used to be like 12 cats out here. I don't see all those cats no more. I don't know if they killed them. I don't see the cats anymore. I really don't see the cats. Things have changed over here because I haven't been here like 7 months. You know what I'm saying? I've stayed in transitional housing for 7 months. So I normally just leave the apartment complex because there's people already getting up for work. There's going to be people getting up to walk their dogs. So I just pretty much leave to get out of Dodge so nobody see me in the back of my car. And I just go to the park and do my exercise and get ready for work. That's pretty much my routine. Do I want to live in an apartment? Yeah, but if you can't afford it, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I can't afford it. So I got to save my money, whatever little bit of money I get from work, and just go off that. That's all we really can do. And like I told everybody, I said, listen, don't feel sorry for me because guess what? I don't feel sorry for me. I feel like I'm a sis that's doing the best a sis can do. So I'm not going to down myself and feel, but it's terrible in a lot of ways because I be wanting to cook. I be wanting to get up and make some coffee at home. Like those are the things that I miss so much. But it is what it is for right now, y'all. And I'm just sharing my life. So if you guys come here, how you can support me is just continue to like, continue to share my story if you want to share it. You don't have to share if you don't want to, because I know some people don't want to share on their platforms or whatever. But if you're able to share my story, it gets more people to come here and see. See, I don't know if mosquitoes were getting in this car. I guess mosquitoes can get into the car, right? Bugs can get into a car. That sucks. Because I feel like I was getting like eaten up last night. Like, I don't know if mosquitoes found me and they were trying to get into my car. I guess bugs can get into a car, can they? There's cracks and crevices bugs can get through to try to come and invite you. I felt like I was being eaten up last night too. Like, oh, this sucks. But, this hot weather and stuff is not going to be here much longer. I would rather deal with this than deal with it when it's really extremely cold. So, I got to do what I got to do, man. Rough seasons don't last always. Fall is definitely on the way. And I'm trying to be out of here. That's what I want. My plans are to stay homeless like this for now, and then when it starts getting fall season, to find a homeless shelter to go back to. That's my plans. So, and I'm gonna stick to it because I can't live in the cold out here. Like, I would definitely have to pay rent then. So, and just go from there. That's all I can do. Go from there, baby. All I can do is my best. But I'm not here for pity parties or anything. But I did have a rough day yesterday. I'm not gonna front. I had a rough day. It was a tough one. And give up. I was like, man, I should have stayed in transitional housing, but it is what it is. Good morning. How you doing? Happy Wednesday morning. Go to a bar. You can find a room real quick. Nah, it's not time for me to find a room. I'm just stacking my money. I'm not worrying about a bar. Yeah, well, I don't. The shelter. I'm not really trying to go there until I need to go there. You know what I mean? I'm not really trying to go to a shelter until it's time for me to go. You know what I mean? Not trying to go there until I need to. But how y'all doing today? Happy Wednesday, guys. I go to work today and I'm actually excited about it. I'm happy to go to work. I'm actually happy to go to work. I understand what he's saying. I get it. People are stupid, but I don't care about that. I want him to go prostitute his body. How about that? There's plenty of ways that I could go and get stuff. You think I don't know that? Like, I'm not I'm not that type of person, so I don't do that type of crap. I don't live that type of life. It's too dangerous. So if he wants to go prostitute his body, let him go prostitute his booty hole. How about that? He can go open up his booty hole and prostitute himself. Tell him that? Tell him to go do that. Well, if you're kind of telling me to go to a bar and I'll get into a shelter, I can get something. So that's basically close to prostitution. So why would I go to a bar and you say I can get something soon? Yeah, that sounds like prostitution. You said I can find a room real quick. And I don't even go to bars, so that's not really my cup of tea. But I need to go to the laundromat so I can not dry my clothes. My clothes are gonna be wrinkled today for work, but I don't really care. I must have left my iron at um the transitional housing, and I have to go back there tonight when I get off work to go get the rest of my stuff. But if I had the money, if I had the finances, I would stay in transitional housing, but I just don't have the money. So if don't have money to pay your bills, I mean, they're not just going to say, you know what, you can still stay here. It's okay. No, people want to be paid. They want the money. They want to be paid. And I told y'all my story with transitional housing was that I, it was too much responsibility that they put on me for the house to perform and stuff like that. Like that house is not doing well financially. So the utilities and everything, like the electric bill got up to like $500. They're gonna be cutting off the electric bill. Like everything is so messed up in there, and I just got tired of the stressful house. So now I just have to worry about myself. Like I'm just worrying about taking care of me. So that's much easier than be sitting around here worrying about transitional housing and worrying about the women. Yes, I do wish that I had a roof over my head. It's easier to have a roof over your head, but when I look at my finances was not saying that it's easy for me to keep living that lifestyle. And then on top of that, the responsibility that I had to do while living there was too much for me to handle anymore. So I had to make a decision and I left. And I think I made the right decision. Do I want to live like this? No. Do I want to live in my car? Do I want to be out here in the elements? No. But it's best for me to be in the elements now than be in the elements when it get cold. So I have a plan. You know, I have places that I could go back to, like transitional housing. I can go back and live in this hotel room, but it's all comes with a fee. Like everything has to be paid for. Good morning. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Everything has to be paid for. Nothing's free. So wherever you go, you got to pay. And I'm not really trying to work like a Hebrew slave. Like, I am looking for another part-time job, but for some reason, the jobs that I look for, the hours are all messed up. Like, I can't even find the right hours to work the job because I have a full-time job already. And my full-time job that I have now, it takes up so much of my day. Like, the hours that I have, it's so hard to find another job to match up with the hours that I have here. It's just hard. I'm saying you are a woman. It's easy to find a man, yeah. But you find a man, you already know what that's going to be hitting for. My last concern or my least concern is worrying about finding a man. I'm just worrying about taking care of myself. I'm not worrying about a relationship. Like, I'm just worrying about me getting ahead. I'm not concerned about a man. I've had men on social media say, hey, you can come live with me. Like, a lot of people are catfishing, a lot of people are playing games. Like, I'm homeless, but I'm not that homeless. I would never put myself in a position to believe anything a man says to me online, saying, you could come here, I'll help you. Like, you can't trust nobody, and I don't believe anything that comes out of people's mouths. So I've had offers. Um, I've had offers from men and women, you know. I don't trust anybody. You can't trust what people say to you online. So if I leave and say, oh, this guy said, or this person said, you can come and stay with me. I live in another state, and I go to the state believing that person, and they just end up not being real. Like, I don't trust anything someone says to me. And men offer me all the time, hey, I got a place, you can come here, I'll help you. Like, people can say anything. But who are you really as a person? I don't know who these people are. Like, I'm desperate, but I ain't that desperate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not desperate enough to put myself out there to believe what a stranger is telling me on social media, and I'm supposed to just run with that. Like, I can't do that. I'm not that type of person. I don't believe nothing nobody say to me on this platform. I've had offers, trust me. I've had people say, hey, you can come stay with me, and I can't trust someone's word. These are strangers, you know what I'm saying? But if you were willing to live with strangers paying rent, you should go back to the shelter. It's not good isolating, especially with all these suspicious deaths happening. Well, I don't live my life in fear, and I protect myself as much as I can, and I always got my head on the swivel. I'm not living my life in fear for anything. Because anything can happen to someone that has a house, that live in their apartment. Like, somebody can run up in your house and harm you. So I don't live my life fearful. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I lived in transitional housing with strangers too. Yeah, that's also, like, anything we do in life, we're taking a chance. Anything that we do, we take a chance. You go to work every day, you're taking a chance of being harmed. So yeah, I live with strangers in transitional housing because I had to. That's how I had to live. And when you go to a shelter, you have to live with strangers. But isolating myself. No, I'm living out here only because I'm trying to save some money. That's it. The money that I make from work, aside from my big bills that I have to pay every month, I'll be able to save $800 a month. So I think that's pretty smart of me. I'm not out here because I don't want to be around people or because I don't want roommates or anything. It's so many reasons why I left transitional housing, and I've explained all of that in videos before. I'm okay out here. Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable, but the good thing is it's summertime and it's survivable. Now, when it gets cold, fall starts to hit, and that chill starts to come in, yeah, I'm going to be getting off the road. I'll go to a shelter then, but right now, I'm not going to go back to transitional housing because I can't afford to keep up with the rent. I'm not going to go to shelter now because I'm trying to survive while the weather is still nice and is survivable enough. I'm going to survive out. I've done this before. Like, this isn't my first time doing this. I've done this before. You know, I did this actually last summer. I did the same thing. I stayed in my car but at that time I stayed in my car for 30 days. And now I'm trying to push for 2 or 3 months to stay in my car to just save up some money. And then I can go into a shelter. So I avoid the shelter too. A shelter is not a place I want to be, but it's a place I need to be at some point, especially when it starts to get chilly and cold and stuff out here. But good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I did have KFC last night. I do miss the fact that I could get up and make coffee in the morning. I miss that. I do. But I got to look at my financials. I got to make sure financially I can survive on my own and I can pay the bills that I do have. That's my main focus, to make sure that I can pay what I have. I'm not trying to lose my car. I'm not trying to lose things. So I have to do what I have to do, you know? And then it was so funny because living in transitional housing, the girl called me the other day. She's like, "Oh, we have an interview." I'm like, "Girl, I don't live there no more. I've been left. I've been left." Good morning to the 23 people that's watching. I hope all you guys have given me some hearts, please. I hope you guys heart me the channel. Popeyes is better than KFC. Only give thing to KFC is the mashed potatoes. Well, yeah, I had a mashed potato bowl. The only thing I normally get from there are the bowls with the potatoes and like the corn and the cheese and the original chicken on it. That's like the only thing I eat from KFC. I don't really get anything else. But I'm at, until I get my camping stove together. I do have a camping stove that I have to get my pot. I do have a pot in my storage so I can make like noodles or I can make something in that pot. But I haven't done that yet, so... Yeah. So I'm at the mercy now where I have to pretty much buy food on the road again. And I don't like that either. But I got to do what I got to do to survive. Like, I have to eat, right? I have to eat. I have to go to the grocery store and get what I need to get from there. So we're back on the road again. And I'm okay. Like, it is what it is, you know? This is the best thing for me. It's the best decision that I made for myself to just move again and start over. And it is what it is. Do I want an apartment? Heck yeah. But I can't afford it. I do like Popeyes too. But I don't even want to get into the fact of having to eat that crappy food again. But if I got to eat some food, I got to get something, you know? But at least at work, I'll be able to go there and I have microwave, you know what I'm saying? I can get some salmon. Certain places that I work, certain places, they do have like air fryers. So in the air fryer that I have at the transitional housing, I have a few things that I need to go back at transitional housing to go get. So I'm going to go back there and get my air fryer, and I might bring it to one of my job locations. But that air fryer is kind of big, so I might not do that. And I also need to go to my storage again, and my storage is filled up again. So I need to go and organize that so I can set up my soap stand and set up my soap stuff so I can start selling that. So yeah, it's a lot going on. You do meditation? No, I don't meditate. I do yoga. Well, I did yoga when I was in transitional housing. So now I just walk, I exercise, and I just walk and jog now. And I'm back at the gym. So I didn't go to the gym yesterday and work out because I was just so annoyed and frustrated. But no, I don't meditate, but I should. But I meditated when I was practicing yoga, because at the house, transitional housing, I was practicing yoga, and that was the best for me. So I miss that too. I can do yoga out here. I could do yoga at the gym, but I can't really do yoga at the gym the way I want to. So because I don't want people staring through my heart. KFC pot pie is all that. Yeah, I like the KFC pot. The pot pies are good. I was going to get that yesterday, but instead I got the bowl. So yeah, I'm happy to go back to work today. At least I have access to a bathroom. Water. You know what I'm saying? Such is life, y'all. I'm not sitting around pouting and crying about anything. My life is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I need to actually get up and go to the back seat and fold up my bedding stuff. I need to go fold up my bedding. What are you guys gonna do today? Yeah, I do breath work. That definitely helps me. If I'm feeling a certain kind of way, the breath work definitely helps me not feel a certain kind of way. So breath work is really good. I look a atrocious freaking mess. I look like a homeless person right now. Like, I look a freaking mess. And it's been so hot and humid. Like, yesterday was so uncomfortable for me. I was just like in tears. Like, I was crying. I cried yesterday. I did. I cried. I was emotional. I fell apart yesterday. And this was only the second day. And I'm just like, oh God, I wish I was back at the house. Because, the house was nice and comfortable. It was air conditioned. But I got to think of my finances, The finances wasn't really helping me. Like, me paying them rent was not helping my situation. So I have to do what's best for me. Your sleep schedule is jacked. You sleep all day. Yeah, I didn't sleep that great last night. But when it gets daylight, I have to be out of my situation. You know what I'm saying? When daylight hits in places, in like being homeless in your car, when it gets daylight, you have to move around. So I'm at the park now, and I'm just going to be trying to get myself ready for my work day, and just keep doing what I have to do. I'm not going to sit around and cry and whine about my situation, even though yesterday I did cry. And I was so upset yesterday. Sometimes you be mad, you can't even cry. Like, I don't even have tears to cry. Like, where are the tears? Like, where are my tears? But when I took a shower yesterday at Planet Fitness, that felt so nice. Like, that shower it just made me feel so much better. I felt clean. Because I felt super dirty because it was so hot. So I felt super dirty and just nasty. So when I took a shower, I felt so much better. Things just all kind of came together for me a little bit. And like right now, I really wish I could get out and exercise, but I'm going to get all sweaty and nasty. And I don't want to do that. I really don't want to. I was so pissed off yesterday because I was so tired yesterday. Like, out there at the library, all I wanted to do was go to sleep. So I was so like, yo, I'm so tired. I just wish I could just lay on the sidewalk and just sleep there. Like, but it was too hot to even do that. But I do have like a camp mat. Like, I have like, y'all know when people go camping, I have like a camping bed, like one of those mats that you can lay out, the cushiony mats. I have one of those, and I was so frustrated yesterday. I was like, yo, I just feel like laying my camp mat out on the sidewalk and just sleeping. Like, when you're tired, it don't even matter where you sleep. You just want to go to sleep. And that's how I felt yesterday. Like, I just didn't care about my surroundings, but it was too hot to do that. And it was too hot for me to sleep in my car. So I was just kind of up, up until the sun went down. When the sun went down, I went to my storage and I did what I had to do. As soon as that sun went down, I went to storage. I got my work clothes and went to the place that I sleep at, and that was it. Well, cheap hotel rooms. I can't go to. Right now, I'm just roughing it because I'm trying to save money. So I'm not going to go anywhere until it gets cooler out here. I'll probably get a hotel room one day and just not rest anyway. Like, it's hard for me to get rest because like my mind is racing so much. Like, I have so many things to do and say, and so many things on my mind, and it's just crazy. But this is life, you know. I created this for myself, so it is what it is. That's why I'm not whining about it, because I did this to me. You know, it kind of is what it is. A miserable life sometimes. I was miserable yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I was freaking exhaustedly miserable yesterday. But yeah, I'll head back to the shelter about October, I would say. I always have to survive out here for like up until the fall. Like when fall season hits, then I'm gonna have to figure something out because it's gonna start getting cold. But my first night when I stayed out, my first night, which was yesterday, I was in my car and it seemed like the car was like the moisture was in the car. Like it was humid in the car and I could feel like I woke up in the middle of the night and felt like my sheets were like kind of damp a little bit. But I'm good. I'm good, y'all. I just share my experiences and I appreciate you guys coming here checking me out, seeing how I'm doing. But I pretty much be going live pretty much every day, you know, because sometimes the phone is like ready to explode because the phone is like overheated. So I don't like that, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta rough it for now. I'm just roughing it. And there will be some days that I'm going to be fasting, just not eating until I get to work. The coffee is definitely out of the picture for now because, which is a good thing because I used to use creamer and all that crap, so I can cut down on that. So being out here is kind of like me fasting things away, you know? I'll never come up here in tears. I do get emotional. I did cry yesterday. I was just frustrated. Like, damn, where's my family? Like, what the heck? Wish I had support from them, but I just don't. And it sucks, you know? But I'm definitely going to be sharing my experiences. So this is me sharing my experience. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I think I need to go to a laundromat. I can go to a laundromat and freshen up a little bit. Go talk to a therapist. They can help you get off the street because he's giving you bad advice. Talking about KFC and hotels. He's trying to get to you. He's trying to get to me. What do you mean? Let me just clear something up right now. It's not as easy as you think to just go find a therapist and just go get help. Like getting help for housing is not what is not as easy as you think it is. And talking to a therapist, this is my therapy. Talking about it online. And this is a therapy for me. So there's nothing wrong with people coming to the chat and talking about, you know, situations. This is my therapy. I just come here and share my story, share my journey, and just talk about it. A therapist is not going to help me find housing. Like I tell my story plenty of times. The only people that they cater to in homelessness are people that are on welfare. I am not collecting welfare, so I cannot just go into the welfare office and cry and say, I'm homeless, I need a place to stay. Do you know how many people are in the same boat that I'm in? I'm just at the bottom of the barrel because I have a job. I just have a job. So my situation, like I'm taking it day by day, and I just come here and share. YouTube is my therapy. So if people want to, if people speak back and whatever they want to talk about, if people are being rude and nasty on here, I just block them. But this is my platform, so I could come here and talk and say what I want to say. And I don't let anybody get to me on here. I'm done with you. You're out of here. I'm not going to sit here and try to explain nothing. This person, Nakia, whoever this person is, she's blocked because I don't have time. How's it been working for you the last 2.5 years? Listen, if you come here and you don't like me sharing my journey, you don't like the fact that I'm homeless and I talk about it, like, you don't have to freaking be here. Don't try to come here and throw shade on me. I'm not in your house. I'm not knocking on your door. I'm not doing anything. I blocked her because she's been here for a long time. How has it been working out for you the last 2.5 years? How do you think it has been? I've been on here talking about my story, my journey. I don't care what people think about me. Like, listen, I don't care what you think about me or my journey. I'm not in your house. I'm not knocking on your door. I'm not asking Nakia for anything. Nakia Thurman, I'm not asking you for nothing. I'm sharing my story. Oh, go talk to a therapist. You are my therapist. That's why I'm here talking. Everybody comes on social media and talks about, some people talk about their life. Some people talk about, building their business. It's like everybody, there's a platform for us to speak, and I'm going to do that. Like, people really be trying to come here and control my YouTube channel. Like, I can come here and say what I want to say. If I want to come here and cry about my situation, I could come here and cry about my situation. Who are you to try to tell me what I should talk about on my channel? You're telling me somebody else is giving me bad advice. I'm 46 years old. I'm old enough to make my own decisions. If people don't want to come here and they don't like the fact that I say I'm living in my car now, you should do this, I should do that. Oh, so I should just listen to what you're saying and just go do what you say. I'm going to do what I feel is best for me. And whatever you think about my life, I don't give a crap. I don't care. I share because there's other people on my platform that watch me that are also living in their car. There's people that watch me that are also, they're living in the streets. So if we're able to share, to let other people know, like, listen, this is not the lifestyle that you want to have. You don't want to live this life. This is not this is not a game. Even though a lot of people live these van lives and living in their cars and stuff, and they make it like, oh, well, this is wonderful. Oh, you don't have to pay rent. But there's also another side to this. It's dangerous. This is a dangerous lifestyle to live, especially if you're doing it on your own by yourself. It's dangerous. It gets tiring. It's all like, I don't glamorize this lifestyle, but I just share my story because I want people to know, and I want people to say, hey, I can live this lifestyle if I need to. Like, you can live this way if you have a car, and if you need to live this way, live this way. It's temporary for me. I just so happen to share. There's going to be times that's going to go by. Like, I'm going to look at this in a year and be like, dang, I remember when I was there. I'm going to look at this in 5 years and say, I remember this day when I was living this life. I'm going to look back on this and say, I remember this. Don't come here and try to throw shade on me, because I see the shade and you just get blocked. Like, you're going. You go find another person's channel to bother. Like, some people literally, they don't do social media. They don't do YouTube. They don't put themselves out there. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to. Nobody has to do this. Like, nobody's putting a rifle to your head saying that you have to do social media. But don't come over here with the bull crap, because I just block you. I could care less what people say about me on here. Whatever you think, if you think I'm making a stupid decision, that's your choice. Okay? All right. Go talk to a therapist? No, I'm talking to YouTube. Me talking to a therapist, she's not going to say, oh, I feel sorry for you, let me go get you an apartment. It don't work that way. Everybody's sharing their stories. People are sharing their stories all over social media. Whether it's on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, people are sharing their lives. Whether it's my story, living like this, I'm not going to be like this forever. I'm not going to be like this forever. I'm going to look at this later and be like, damn, I remember how far I've come. You know what I'm saying? Let people talk their trash. Let them talk, because it ain't nothing but trash talking. Let them talk their talk. It ain't hurting me none. When I get paid Friday, I don't have to pay no freaking rent. I just put some gas in my car and keep on moving. Figure out what I'm gonna eat for the day. Not responsible for anything right now, but getting to work. My my ankles, my elbows are sore. So yeah, I have to go find me at Kohl's. I have to go get me a. I have to go to Kohl's today and find me a mattress topper, and the mattress topper would be almost like $80. So I need to go find that. I need to go to the gym so I can freshen up, brush them up. I haven't been brushing my teeth at the gym. I just brush my teeth in the car. But yeah, life is crazy, and people are insane. But I don't let it get to me. I just block them and move on with the rest of my days. I just share my journey. So if you guys are here for it, stay, hang around. If you guys are here for the journey, stay around. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the one I had before, because I had bought one from Kohl's before. It was a mattress topper. It was okay. It did rip, but I'm gonna get that and see if that'll help me. But I still want to get that flat board from like Home Depot. I want to get a board. I don't know if it's like some type of piece of wood board. I want them to cut me out a piece of wood board that I can put back there, and that way I don't feel that hump. Because when I go back there, it's like a hump. It's a hump. It's not a flat surface in my car in the back, and I don't like that. So that hump really be keeping me up at night because it's not comfortable. And I don't know if like mosquitoes get into my car. Like I guess they come in different ways. Yeah, I want them to cut it for me. So what kind of board is that? Like what kind of board? It's not plywood. Yeah, so that's what I need. I need to get some plywood, and I'm gonna put some plywood back there, but only to make that surface flat. So when that surface is flat, I don't feel that hump. So that'll help me with sleep at night. And I got to get me a portable fan, a USB fan that I can keep in the car, because I can't keep the windows down because I don't have a net. So I'm gonna get a net, but I'm only gonna keep my my top windows open. I'm not gonna keep the side windows open, because if I keep the side windows open in my car at night, then somebody gonna know I'm in my car. You know what I'm saying? So if I keep the top window open, the sunroof window, they would never know. So I could find me a net for my sunroof and leave it at that. Because fall season is coming in, and I'm not gonna really need to be, having these windows up or down anymore, because it's gonna be perfect. I was even thinking about getting me a tent, but then I'm like, where am I going to put the tent? You know what I'm saying? I have to find a place to put the tent. So I don't think I want to go that far with a tent. Because, child, like I said, I'm saving up some money. So when it gets chilly, I can either go back to the shelter, or I can go to a hotel. That'll probably be the next best thing for me, to get to a hotel. But I think by time like the fall season gets here, I could find me another like part-time gig. But I'm not going to go back to transitional housing at all, because of, you know, it's messy. It's really messy with those women. So it's good for me to kind of just, stay away from that place for now. Oh, there's my picture. I've been looking for this picture so I could just drive and not have to worry about. Because there's a car that pulled up, and the car is literally right behind me. So I'm going to move a little bit so I can fix my bed. Yeah, I'm going to get some plywood. That's measurements. They got measuring tape and stuff at my job. So I'm going to get me a measuring thing so I can get some plywood and go from there. Somebody just pulled up in their car, and they just literally parked right behind me. I said, all this space, you parked right behind me. What's up with that? Like, what's up with that? You're the best I ever had. But I'm good, y'all. I'm in good spirits today. I want some coffee, but I don't want to pay for it. I'm cheap. I don't want to pay for it. I'd rather make my own coffee. I'm cheapo. I don't want to pay. McDonald's coffee is horrible. I like McDonald's coffee, actually. I actually like McDonald's coffee. I think it's cheaper than Wawa. I don't have no problem with McDonald's coffee. I actually think their coffee is really strong. I like McDonald's coffee. I don't have no problem with McDonald's coffee. Gas station coffee. I never had gas station coffee in my entire life. I always got coffee from like Wawa, or I always made my own coffee. So this lifestyle is hard for someone that like makes her own food, and I cook my own meals and everything. So it's hard for me to live like this again. You know, I was so happy when I moved to transitional housing because I had access to you know, a kitchen and everything, but transitional housing comes with a cost. I just gotta get rich, and I gotta get rich fast. I gotta get this money right, y'all, because I want to live comfortable, and I want to live in a house. Like, I want to live in shelter. Shelter is definitely needed. Like, some people that look at this lifestyle and they glamorize it, like, there's no glamour to living out like this. There's nothing glamorous about this. This can be miserable if you don't know how to, you know, it can be a miserable life living on the streets. And I'm so grateful to have a car. Like, it can be miserable. Gas station coffee isn't half bad. Get it fresh though. They usually have Peruvian, Colombian, and a couple different. Maybe I'll try it one day. I'll try some gas station coffee. Well, I guess Wawa is gas station coffee, right? Because Wawa has a gas station now. But maybe I'll try it one day while I'm out here and see. Because I didn't have no coffee yesterday, so I might get some coffee today. But yeah, maybe I'll try it. Give it a shot. See what you guys are talking about. But yeah, this lifestyle is not glamorous, so I don't try to glamorize it. I don't. If I didn't have to live this way, I wouldn't. But unfortunately, I do. So when your money is drying up, you can't tell your landlord or something, hey, I don't have the money, but can I still stay here? Like, that's just not going to happen. So I got to do what I have to do to survive. I brush my teeth. Normally, I brush my teeth in my car. I brush my teeth in the car unless I'm at the gym. If I'm at the gym, then I brush my teeth at the gym. But this is the same guy that was out here yesterday with this big, giant pit bull dog. He got this big old pit bull. The only people glamorizing are the influencers who are told to glamorize it by corporations who want to push everybody's out of their homes into cars so they can buy up all the land. Yeah, you're right. The influencers are the one glamorizing the lifestyle. The ones that, because somebody referred me to this lady, and she was a white woman, which I watch people of all cultures and races. It doesn't matter. I don't just watch black people. I watch whoever I enjoy watching, I watch. But I like to watch real people that are living real lives, right? I don't like the fantasy world. Oh, we're gonna go up to the Colorado mountains today, and they got their Sprinter van, and they got all this extra stuff. Like, I'm not into all the fancy crap. Like, I'm just a real person. Like, I understand what you're saying. The influencers are the ones who are glamorizing. It's like, it's nothing glamorous about living out here on the road. But the influencers are glamorizing this because they're selling things. You know what I'm saying? So some people could look at this lifestyle as like, hey, it's beautiful out here. Hey, I can make me a meal. I could do this. I could do that. I said, yeah, but, you know, that food, unless you have a refrigerator, on your car, you're gonna be wasting a lot of food if you know that stuff is just not reality. You buying a piece of steak, cutting it up all nice, like those people are getting paid. They get all these views for something that some of these people just go right home and park their Sprinter van in their driveway, and they go home and they go to sleep at night. So my life is real. I like to watch the people that live van life, the real, because they don't have any other choice. Not the people that are getting all this money from these corporations and stuff like that. That's not real life. That's not what I watch. Because some people referred me to certain people to watch in van life community. I'm like, I don't like to watch the fluffiness. I don't like to watch the people who are faking it until they can, you know what I'm saying? I'm not watching that because those people are getting paid. I get paid too, but I'm living this real life. You should sign up for DoorDash and night to side hustle. I don't want to do anything with my car because I drive my car enough. Influencers are gross and artificial. It makes me nauseous. Yeah, they piss me off too. I like to watch the real people. Morning, Joanna. How are you? I'm just brushing my teeth in my car now. Hey, Clarence. I'm doing okay. Hi, Rhonda. How you doing, sis? Immediately noticed the influencer. I mean, I really don't mind people, like, some people do, like, people prank, right? The younger people, like the younger generation, they do pranks, they get views. The influencers, you know, that's their job too, I guess, you know. But just living a fantasy life, like this van life stuff is like a fantasy. This ain't no damn fantasy because I live it. I wasn't comfortable last night. I wasn't hell. I wasn't even comfortable yesterday. But everything is surrounded by money. Like everything is about money. And if you don't have the money, nobody wants to be bothered with you. I can't go tell somebody, oh, I'm homeless. Can you give me an apartment tomorrow? Like if you don't have the bread, you can't stay. I'm not trying to stay nowhere for free, so I know what I have to do and I know what what I'm responsible for. But when I blocked that lady that was trying to play me, she was trying to low-key play with me or whatever. I said, listen, do not come over here with the dumb stuff because, girl, I could tell the shade that you was trying to throw at me. Listen, I just come here and share my story. Whether you agree with it or not, that's fine. I don't have to tell you and explain to you anything. I'm the one out here living this lifestyle. And if I want to share my story, I'm going to share my story. And if people don't want to listen or hear it, they don't have to. But living out here, living van life, there's no glamour in that. The only glamour I get out of this lifestyle is being able to save my money. That's the most glamour I get from this lifestyle. Saving my little bit of money That's the only reason why I'm living this. It's difficult morning today. We had a bad thunderstorm and the whole city is without, oh God, and the only 3 gas stations are open. I need gas and can't get it. Oh man, Rhonda. Oh man. It's always something, ain't it, girl? Yeah, man, it's hard out here. I'm sorry about that. I hope you get something soon, Ron. I don't want to live this way. And the girl was like, go to a shelter and stuff. I said, no, I'm going to go to a shelter when it's time. When it's like, I go to the shelter at the last minute when it start getting cold, when I can't take it anymore. Then I'll go to a shelter. But right now, I could withstand being out here. Even though yesterday was a miserable day for me, it was a miserable day for me. I didn't like anything about my day yesterday because it was super hot. I stayed in the library. The library opened at like 11 o'clock. And I think the library was open from like 11 to 3. And then in the colder months, I think the library stays open a little bit later because a lot of the libraries cater to people they cater to like the homeless community. They try to have like a place that they can go, a warming center. They consider the libraries warming centers for people who are like homeless or whatever. So a lot of homeless people are at the library. If you could, you would stay in a treehouse. Love to Chicago. Is that where you're at in Chicago? You got a van? That's dope. I don't have a van. I have a like a mini SUV. I wish I had a van. Yeah, that lady was trying to play. She was trying to subtly play me, but I'm like, girl, listen, block, block, and more block. You don't have to. She's telling me, oh, go to therapy and all that. I've been to therapy in my life. Like, girl, I've did therapy before. I'm not against therapy, but I don't need you to tell me to go to therapy. We all need therapy. You think I don't know that? You ask your therapist. Therapists are not there to find housing for us. My housing issue is clearly my issue, and I'm going to fix it. But in the process, if I want to talk about it, I'm going to speak on it. There's nothing wrong with me saying how I feel. Like, yeah, I was in transitional housing. No, I'm not going to go back there. So stop trying to tell me what I need to be doing. Like, no, I don't want to go to a shelter. It's not time for me to go to a shelter yet. It's not time. I go to a shelter when it get cold and unbearable for me out here. Then I'll go to a shelter. But right now, I'm making the best choices and decisions for my life. And if I want to share it and talk about it on social media, whether I come here and I might shed a tear or two, if I want to cry, I'm going to cry. I cried yesterday. So what? Like, this is my life. I'm not on here looking for pity from nobody. I just share my journey. Because I know I'm going to look at this in a year from now and I'm going to be past this. I'm going to be like, oh my God, I did it. Oh my goodness, I got through it. If you were wealthy. If I was wealthy, I would build a shelter and I would help people the correct way. Because shelters today, they treat you like you're in prison. They treat you like garbage. The sad thing about those big, the Greyhound bus turned into an RV, Rhonda, those type of things are hard. Where you going to park with those? You know what I'm saying? Where can you park that big old RV, the big old Greyhound bus as an RV? Like, where you going to park that bad boy? Now, unless you live in an area like maybe the Pacific Northwest and you live in like Canada somewhere, certain places you can get away with that. But where I'm at, there's nowhere to park a bus that big. My views are going up. Yeah, people are, because I press into the issue. Like, I talk about this every day. And more people are finding my channel. So I guess I'm getting into that algorithm, which is a good thing, you know? Which is a really, really good thing. I wish I would have got up early enough to be out here exercising. I'm just not going to exercise today. Would you buy some land? Yeah, I would buy land. I would. Where? Of course, I don't know. But right now, I'm in the state that I'm in. And I'm going to stay here until I'm able to not be homeless. So exactly, good things are ahead. Yeah, I keep my my hopes up. But yesterday I had a bad day. I had a bad day, Joanna. I didn't feel so good yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I hate this. And then like my second day in, it was so hot yesterday. I went and I was at the library. I just wasn't comfortable there because you know what? When you're tired and you want to go to sleep, sometimes a homeless person, even a homeless person that live in a car, sometimes all you want to do is sleep. Sometimes all you want is rest. You want to lay down and take a nap. Now, if I was in transitional housing and I was in a house, I would have just went home and took a nap, laid down, took a little nap for an hour, got up, on to the next. But sometimes all a homeless person want to do is lay down and rest. And I was thinking like, yo, I'm so tired right now. I just want to lay on the sidewalk and just go to sleep. That's how tired I was. But it was too hot outside to even do that. But sometimes all a homeless person want to do is just go to sleep. Sometimes that's all you want to do is sleep. Reserve a room in the right. No, you can't really sleep in the library. You can't, because they'll call the cops on you. You know what I'm saying? A library, you got to be in the library sitting up, looking at your phone or reading a book like everybody else. You can't be in the library treating that as your house. Some people do be in there sleeping, but that's just not my thing. If I'm going to go to sleep, girl, I go somewhere private and lay on the ground. Like, if I'm going to sleep, I go somewhere privately and go to sleep. But I would never do that in a library. That's just not my thing. But a homeless person that's tired, if you tired, your body gonna shut down. So that's just that. But I've seen people in libraries sleeping. I've seen it. I agree with you. It's definitely too big for me. I want a camper van to be stealth because people are so damn nosy nowadays. Yeah. And my little SUV is perfectly fine for just me. But I have tinted windows, but they're like lightly tinted. But I do have the sun visors that I put up at night, and I'm going to get some more for the side windows. And I got to get me a net for my top so I can open up the top for for air, because if you're in the car at night, it was a little bit more warmer last night than it was. Like my first night, for whatever reason, it wasn't too bad inside the car. But last night it was a little hot. And I didn't put the windows down because the mosquitoes, when mosquitoes find you, they're going to be coming in my car biting me up all night. So, but for some reason, I felt like I was being bitten anyway. I guess the mosquitoes were finding their way into my car. I don't know. I guess they found their way through I don't know. The mosquitoes can still come into your car even if your windows are up. Like, I guess they can find little cracks to get into. Students sleep in the library all the time. It's okay for them to be. It's okay for anyone to. Okay. Maybe I'll try that one day if I'm really exhausted. I just felt like I didn't want to because where I was sitting at, it was people like right in front of me. I had no privacy, so. But yeah, I was exhausted yesterday. All I wanted to do was sleep. I was looking at the sidewalk like, wow, that sidewalk look real nice right now. And I see why I see some homeless people, like they'll be laying out on the sidewalk because they're tired. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop judging homeless people thinking that everybody's on drugs, and it's not drugs with everybody. Everybody's situation is not drugs or alcoholism. Sometimes they just tired. When you're tired, you're tired. And I was tired yesterday and all I wanted to do was rest and sleep. And I had nowhere to do that at. And I couldn't do it in my car because it was too damn hot. I couldn't go to the gym and sleep. I took a shower and then I left there as soon as I could. But the gym did have like that side room, and they had that little it was like a little bench that they had, and I could have slept in there, but I felt like after time they would come in there and check on me, and then, but maybe I can go to Planet Fitness sometimes and get a little shut eye. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I mean, dialysis. You're right, sister. I'm so tired. You're on dialysis and homeless. Oh, that's hard. I feel so drained. I understand when you say you're tired. You just, man, that's like, you got me emotional with that one. You got me emotional with that one. Yeah, sometimes homeless people, all they want to do is go to sleep and rest, and you can't. That's really, really hard. Because all homeless people are not drug addicts and not alcoholics. And all I wanted to do yesterday was rest, and I couldn't, and it was hard. Yeah. That's why when I see homeless people like laying out, everybody always thinks that they're drug addicts. I can't believe this,
all these people that live in these houses and stuff think that they're better. That could be you next month. But yeah, all I wanted to do yesterday was just rest and sleep, and I couldn't do that. And I was so frustrated. I was pissed off because I wanted to just rest and go to sleep, like take an hour nap. And I didn't even care where it was at. And I understand like homeless people when they want to just rest. I know what that feels like. It sucks. It sucks, you know? And it really sucks for people who are like struggling and battling with addictions and stuff. Because I was so tired yesterday. And it was so hot. And I was trying to just... I felt better when I went to Planet Fitness and I took a shower. And I'm not on here like trying to... I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me, but I'm just speaking about my experience of how tired I was yesterday. And I didn't even care where I slept at. Like, I just wanted to sleep. I was like, yo, that sidewalk looks really good right about now. And all I wanted to do was lay down and rest. And then at nighttime, when it was time for me to go to sleep in my car, I couldn't even sleep. And when this lady said that she's on dialysis and she's homeless, like stuff like that really, really takes me away. Because it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. But I'm sorry that you're going through that. That's really hard. Having a medical problem and being out here like that. Like, we live in a world where nobody gives a crap. Like, nobody cares. And that's hard too when you're like, you could be out here alone. You might not have family. Like, that's hard. That's really, really hard. Being on dialysis and being homeless is just hard. And then people have medical problems, and then you go to hospitals and the nurses and people treat you like crap there too. Like, you get treated like crap everywhere. People are heartless. You're right. People are heartless. And I don't walk around like well, yesterday I probably did look quite homeless because I didn't care what I looked like yesterday. Sometimes when you so down and you so messed up, I mean, there's homeless people that don't have cars. Like, I figure I'm homeless, but I'm homeless on a different level kind of homeless because I have access to work and I have access to getting around. So I'm very grateful. But all I wanted to do yesterday was sleep. That's it. Just rest. And I couldn't do that. And I was so pissed off and frustrated. Like, oh my God, I hate this. I hate this. But I'm still grateful to have a car, to be able to go to work today. Like, going to work today is a luxury for me because I'm able to get up and go to work. I sit in the air conditioner all day. I have access to a refrigerator. I have food. There's water there. Like, you know, I'm grateful for that because some people don't even have that. They have to walk and find Uber and take a bus everywhere they go. So I'm grateful. Yeah. I've been homeless for 13 years. I've been on dialysis for 25 and I have SSI. Can't find housing, waiting list. See? Another person, Clarence. I'm sorry, man. It's hard out here, man. And I'm so grateful that I have my health. And I was thinking about last night, like, this lifestyle has to be so hard for a senior, an older person, a person that has disabilities, homeless, and you're surrounded in a world that nobody gives a crap. Because everybody thinks that this can't happen to me. I won't be that person. They look at me as, oh, you didn't pay your bills. That's your fault. I know it's my fault. I know that. You think I not know that? I'm living the lifestyle. I know this is my fault. But for me, it hurts when you have a whole family and my family don't even care. My family don't even care. And that I think about that. I'm not going to sit here in front and say, no, I don't think about it. I think about that a lot. But I got to look at the bright side of things. Where I'm at, I'm closer to my job. I don't have to worry about spending money on rent no more. I'm closer to where I work at. I don't have to worry about putting $50 in gas twice a week, like paying $100 in gas every week to just get to work. That's just getting to work. And then I go to work and I have to deal with a whole bunch of BS there. Like, it gets stressful. But yeah, Clarence, I'm sorry you huh? So what do you do with your day, Clarence? Like, what do you do with your day? Because you're not far from me, because I'm in New Jersey. Oh, you must have to go to dialysis. When you do dialysis, you have to do that, what, 3 times a week? That's hard. And then you're homeless. Like, I really thought that they're helping people that have, like, disabilities and stuff. I thought that they're helping y'all more than anybody. I'm seeing that they're not. Have a nice day. Thank you, you too. What is it to give a homeless person $2 or $5? They're going to buy cigarettes or McDonald's. Yeah, if I give a homeless person money, whatever they buy with it is on them. Whatever they buy when they get whatever they get is on them. You keep talking about your journey. You have a lot of people. I'm trying to figure out why this person just literally pulled up right beside me, but yeah, very strange. And I'll say this again, $1 billion mega churches taking people's donations and not. Yeah, the churches are a whole nother. The churches are a whole nother. Oh, you're in New Jersey too? Okay. Yeah, I say I'm in New Jersey, but I don't really give people like too much of where I'm at in New Jersey. But yeah, you guys are close by. I think I'm getting a lot of people that's near me. Because Clarence say he's in Penn Station. 13 years. Been on dialysis for 25. I get SSI, can't find housing, waiting list. Yeah, the waiting list is too long, but the sad thing, you being on disability and getting the SSI, you should be on the top of that waiting list. You know what I'm saying? You can drink sometimes, and you're trying drugs sometimes. Far as addiction goes, people do drugs sometimes when they're young, and they try drugs sometimes and they're in pain, and drugs can be addictive, and you don't know when you take them that you'll be addicted. Yeah. There's a chance, yeah. There's a chance for a high chance of addiction, which is sad. But thank God I've never tried. I mean, I'm a drinker. I'm a casual drinker, but of course, right now, being homeless, I don't really drink anything. But yeah, I'm a casual drinker. But I'm glad I never had like any addictions like that to mess with my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that never happened to me. You're in Alabama, okay? It's hot in Alabama, ain't it, Jay? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't tell people where I'm at, but I think everybody pretty much know that. Been following me for a while. They know I'm based in New Jersey. I don't say anything else other than that. You know what I mean? Because I do my thing. But I would never say where in New Jersey I'm at. And that's why I try never to show like my background or where I'm at. Because some people will be like, oh, I know where you're at. But some people troll you and they try to say that to just scare you. So yeah, it was hot yesterday, Joanna girl. I was like pissed off too. I was freaking mad yesterday because it was so hot. But like I said, all I wanted to do yesterday was sleep. That's all I wanted to do was sleep. I just wanted to rest, and I couldn't. So yeah, I know it's hot in the South. It's different than here, right? The South is a different type of heat, right? But yeah, I was so bad yesterday. But I did exercise. I didn't do any exercise today, but I should have got up early and did a 30-minute walk. But I'll get it together tomorrow. Because I'm just getting myself ready for work again today. And at work, they changed my hours. But since I'm living in my car now, I don't really care what hours they change them to. So I got to do what I have to do. Exactly. I've never tried hard drugs. But if I did, I might as well. I mean, I smoked weed in my days. Like when I was in high school. Stupid stuff. You know, when I was younger, I smoked a little marijuana here and there. But I never did any hard drugs, thank God. It's sad with the hard drugs thing, but some people are using drugs to hide their pain. Like some people are going through a lot of painful things in their life, and they're like, well, drugs will stop me from feeling these horrible feelings that I feel every day, which is sad, you know. Like people turn to drugs because of homelessness or whatever they're going through, whatever pain that they're harboring inside of their heart. They feel like drugs is setting me free. But I'm not judging anybody because I don't know what somebody been through. I hear stories on top of stories on top of stories why people do the things that they do as far as drugs and stuff. And a lot of people are using drugs to hide their pain. Yeah, I don't try drugs because I like to be in my right mindset. I think that's another reason why I've never been an alcoholic, because for some reason, when I was younger, I used to drink, right, over drink a little bit, and I would have hangovers, and I hated the way I felt with a hangover. Hangovers suck. So I was like, I don't see how alcoholics can do this. Like, I can't stand a hangover, child. That's like my worst fear. A hangover is literally like a death sentence for me. So I don't think I've had a hangover since I was probably in my 30s. So, but me being out in the streets, I'm not thinking about alcohol right now. Like, I'm thinking about trying to get my life together, getting my life back in order and get my life in line. But it's hard, man. And some people will be in my situation and they want to drink. They want to just drink because they don't want to feel this. And I'm in a better position than most people are in. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are in homeless situations and they're battling their health. They're fighting their health. Thank God I'm pretty healthy. You know, I'm grateful to be, I got my health, but I'm just out here now. And I chose to be out here because I want to save my money. Them hangovers suck. I need a whole day to myself to recover. I'm not young anymore like that. I used to have those hangovers when I was 20. And it used to kill me. Like, the hangovers would hit me so hard, and I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like the feeling of feeling hungover. So I was like, I'm getting too old for this. And I'm not a drinker like that. Like, it could be months go by and I didn't have a drink. And then I was like, oh, let me go get me some wine. But when I get settled and I get my apartment or whatever, wherever I'm going to end up, yeah, I'm a casual drinker. I will have me a little drink here and there, like some wine or something. Yeah. I think we need to ditch religion, especially to people of color. Women need to learn to lean into education, self-improvement, self-care, multicultural. Well, I left my church, so I left my church due to a lot of other reasons. If you guys want to know, you got to go back and look at my videos. But, I still believe in Jesus Christ. But as far as religion, I'm not really a fan of that. So I'm just twisting my hair and get myself ready for work. Thank you, Joanne. I know too. I stay encouraged. You know what I'm saying? I'm a positive person and I'm very emotional. So I cried today. You guys, when I was hearing about the guy said he's in Penn Station and he's homeless, like stuff like that. Um, Stuff like that really hits my coattails pretty hard because I feel for people. Like, I wish I could help the world. And people that are disabled and they're homeless, they shouldn't have to deal with that. Like, I thought that, and that's why when the woman came in here and she tried to like subtly attack me and say, like, you need to speak to a therapist, you need to do, like, sis, do you think I've never done any of this before? Like, I've spoken to therapists before. A therapist is not going to say, hey, you're homeless, let me find you a place right now. Like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. They consider me to be a homeless person that's working is different than a homeless person that's probably collecting welfare benefits, but it's different. It's not like that anymore. They're not going to just say, hey, you homeless, I feel bad for you. There's a waiting list for all these places. But a homeless person with disabilities, I really thought that they prioritized those people first. I really thought. I didn't think that they would have homeless people like on dialysis out staying in places. You know what I'm saying? It sucks, man. But a human is going to survive however they need to survive. Like, we're going to try to get out of the elements because, like I told y'all last night, I was so tired yesterday. I wanted to lay on the sidewalk and go to sleep for like an hour. Sometimes all homeless people want to do is rest. And if you are homeless and you out there in the streets and you don't have a car or transportation and you don't have anything but your bag on your back, and that's hard. And I feel for people like that. because that could be me. But that's why I still get up ever since I lost my apartment, I get up and go to work every day. I go to the job and I do what I need when I need to do for myself. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it for me. Nobody's gonna come and save me or anybody else. And that's just how the world is. But when it comes to disabled people and seniors and children, they need to be taken care of. But we don't live in a world where anybody gives a crap, because it's sad. Everybody's worried about their survival, their family's survival, and they're just super nasty, because I work with a whole bunch of nasty people that make pretty good money, and they're just disgusting people. And of course they've made it so that there's nowhere that homeless people can even get off their feet in public without getting in trouble. Yeah. They're making these laws. The new YouTube is now making it harder to be a creator. The article came up on my email list. Yeah, they're raising the requirements. Yeah, they definitely are doing all of that. I was reading that yesterday because they made me sign a contract about the new watch time hours. Yep, February 1st, 2027. I read that yesterday. How this is, I don't know how as a society we don't protect our homeless, be disabled veterans. Yeah, the veterans, children, the elderly. Exactly. Some people think they know it all. Annoying. The world is cooked. You're like your spirit. It gives off strength. You're going to inspire and help lots of people. Yeah, thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't drink while I'm out here in the street. You know what I mean? I need to be alert at always. You know what I'm saying? I need to be alert. I need to be aware of all my surroundings. So I would never like have me a casual drink being out here. No, no way. But when I get settled, yeah, I'm gonna have some wine and stuff in my fridge. Why not? I guess I got some oodles and noodles, y'all. That's what I'm gonna have for dinner today at work, I guess. And just go get me some money. And today's Wednesday, and then tomorrow's Thursday. But yeah, but the good thing about my situation is at least I'm able to be closer to my job. And the only downside I don't like is the fact that I can't cook a meal and have my coffee. But I'm going to go get me a coffee today from Wawa because I deserve it. Yeah. And that's what it is for me. You have starving babies 50 miles to every location in the country where people are buying computers, bots to comment how much they love them. Yeah, it's sad. The world is broken. But what can you do? All you can try to do is try to help. If you're able to help someone, do something nice for somebody. You know, if you see somebody, try to help someone. Don't even think, like, if I had money to give to a homeless person, I wouldn't mind giving $5. What's that? Is that going to hurt my day? No. If they decide to go to the liquor store and buy some beer or something with it, I don't care what they do with it. Hopefully you'll get a sandwich to get you through the day. But I'm grateful to have a job, you know. I'm grateful to have YouTube as another side hustle that I can do to get paid, you know. I'm grateful. I'm definitely grateful. But I do cry and I am emotional, and I do people can make me cry so easily because I'm like so affected by the state of this nation that we live in. Like, it's so sad. People on dialysis and they're living in homeless and they have caseworkers and stuff. These people don't care. Everybody's just worrying about their own families. It's sad. I feel bad for the guy that told me that he's on dialysis. That's so sad. And how I was talking about how tired I was yesterday, and all I wanted to do was lay down. All I wanted to do was lay down and rest. But that one lady earlier, I had to block her because she was trying to be funny and throw shade at me. I said, sis, listen. And she's been around for a while, but she liked to throw shade at me constantly. So I'm just like, whatever, you know. I sent people into nuts land. Yeah, it's a shame. No, when you tell people I was born homeless. He was born homeless. I was an orphan. I aged out of foster care system. I have multiple medical issues. They just say, oh, well, I don't know. It's sad. And I was adopted. So I know if you guys go back and look at some of my past, I hope that you guys can go and get to know me a little bit more and go look at some of my earlier videos. I was adopted as well. I was in one foster home and I was lucky enough to get into a decent family, but my mother, she was abusive. So what are you eating? What am I eating? I'm not eating anything. I got oodles and noodles and stuff in the car. I was at Sam's Club yesterday and I got these Shin ramens. They're in this red bowl and these are pretty good. So when I go to work today, I'm going to eat those. But like I said, I'm going into a fast because I'm not really trying to eat like that. um 3 meals a day is definitely a no-no. You know what I'm saying? Especially being that I don't have access to making food. So I do have a camping stove. I'm going to be using that sometimes. Sometimes I go to like the grocery store and get like a chicken breast. I only need one chicken breast for myself, just one. Get some olive oil, put it into a frying pan, fry that up, probably throw an egg in there, or just do something quick, some quick meat that I can have access to, that I can put it in my frying pan. So I'm gonna be out here cooking too, but it's too hot to really be trying to cook outside, you know. But I'm gonna be doing that. Yeah, I have ramen. Problem. Nobody. My Wi-Fi keep going out on me. I don't know why. We know exactly who to blame. We know what did to this country, greed and hate. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a lot going on. But I always try to keep myself up and happy and spirits that I know one day this will be over for me. Again, I always make these videos too because one day I'm gonna look back at these videos and I'm gonna be like, I made it. I got through. I made it through that hard season of my life. You know, we are gonna make it out. If you're going through a hard season, just continue. Like, I believe in the power of prayer, but I know I also have to do the work. So I can't sit around and just pray and just think God's going to clean this up, or God will make the way a little bit lighter for me. Like, he'll make it a little bit easier for me to go this way. But I have to do the work. Like, I can't just pray to God, God, I need a house. God, I need this. Like, so many people need it. But I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe in God that, you know, God is going to heal this situation that I'm in. God's going to make the way a little bit lighter for me to get to. He's going to make the direction. He's going to send people in my life. There's going to be people that's going to be around me that's going to be of a help to me, that could help me get to where I need to get to. So I believe in that. It's going to be 88 degrees today in New Jersey. Okay. Make a list of easy, cheap, healthy recipes you can make so when you're hungry, you're not trying to think of what to make. You use spices that... Yeah, I have plenty of spices and everything. Walmart got that pre-cooked rotisserie that you can use for like 2 meals. Yeah, but certain things I can't buy because I don't have a refrigerator to put it in. Like, I do have access to a refrigerator at work, so I think that some things I'm able to keep at my job on the low because I don't want to keep a whole bunch of food there, but some things I'm going to be buying, but I'm going to keep it at my job because if you think about it, I'm at my job 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm at work 5 days a week, I might as well use that refrigerator because my job has like a big refrigerator. So I got to utilize that, you know? So I know how to hustle and get things that I need to get done. Good morning. How you doing? Day being, it's my second day. I'm not just saying that if you want things to change, then we don't know who to blame, how to solutions, trying negative things I have to change. Yeah, I believe they have to change for sure. I can't wait till they change, but what can you do? It's a shame, Rhonda. I agree. The seasoning package is very highly in sodium. Yeah, I know the oodles and noodles ain't good for me. I know. I don't consume a lot of sodium every day. Like I said, I'm gonna be going to ShopRite getting like chicken breast, cutting it up, putting it on the frying pan. You know, I'm gonna make ways to have something to eat. It's not gonna be oodles and noodles every day, but right now it's just oodles and noodles because I don't have anything else. You know, I'm trying to save money and conserve as much as I can. I'm not trying to like spend all my money because I can't. You know. And again, I'm trying to set up my storage so I have one side where I can work on my soaps and I can start selling those because I have soaps, but I just don't have everything structured properly for me to sell them. So it's a few things that I have to do with that. So once I get the soap business back jumping, then I'll be okay. Things will work out, you know. But it's just this time that I'm going through right now, and it's okay. I'm gonna be all right, you know. Better days. Just one of those days, you know. But I got really emotional when I seen the guy was saying that he's homeless and he's on dialysis and he's homeless. Like, it's a shame because you don't have when you don't have family support and you don't have people that are able to like catch you when you fall. And I talk about my family and how I feel like about them because I've never been the person in my family to be like in their pocket, like asking for favors every other day. Like, I've never been that person. This is the first time in my life that I've ever asked them for anything. You know what I'm saying? So for them to turn their back on me the way that they did, that pretty much hurts my heart. So, so and I know people say, "Oh, you can't be worrying about your family anymore." Like, I have feelings. If I feel a ways, I'm going to speak about it. But thank God I was able to provide me a platform to speak about what I'm going through because when this is over in a year, 5 years down the road, I'm going to look at this and be like, Dag, I got through this. I got through it thanks to my people that I was able to talk to because some people don't have people to talk to. Sometimes you might not have anybody to speak to. At least YouTube, you can open up YouTube and talk to people. It was a lady I found last night. She was an older woman, but she was just talking. She was just talking about life, like talking about her experiences. And she's an older woman, so she had her own house. But she was a nice lady, and she was like, "I'm a talker." I said, "Girl, I'm a talker too." So I'm like, maybe we can go on live one day and chit chat. I can chop it up with her, but I have to get to know her a little bit more. But I like finding people on social media that are real people. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that glitz and glam crap, that's not me. I be coming on here looking crazy. I don't be caring. Like, listen, when it's time for me to dress up and step out, I will. But now's not the time. I'm literally just out here surviving, literally surviving, trying to make it. And I still continue to say that I made the right choice. Yesterday, I was pissed off. I didn't feel like I want to go back to transitional housing, but then I have to pay bills. Like, I have to pay the rent, and I'm not trying to pay rent because I don't make enough money to be able to afford to pay the rent and then pay the rest of my bills. I can't lose my car. I got to keep the insurance on that. So it's either that or stay in transitional housing and deal with all the crap that I was dealing with there. I had to do what I had to do. I had to make the best choice and decision for me. My cousin was homeless for years and put in a nurse. Oh, he was put in a nursing home. Oh man, oh man, on dialysis. Oh man, and he passed away last. Oh gosh, it's so hard. It's so hard, man. Sometimes people pass away. They at peace now. They just be at peace. They don't have to deal with this crazy, wretched world, man. Life is short. Life is short. You gotta love the people, but my family, unfortunately, estrangement. So I have to keep going. I can't be crying every day worrying about why my sister did this to me. I have to keep going. I got to keep moving. I got to stay strong and I got to keep looking ahead. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Like I said to people, I said, listen, if you got a good unit, you got a good family thing going on, you're married, you got a good marriage, you got a good partner in life, keep people that love you, keep them close because a lot of people out here don't have that. I see people every day at work, people coming to work talking about their spouse, talking bad about their wife, and talking bad about their husbands and stuff. And I say, well, y'all lucky to have them, especially if they're a good person. Like, people really be having good people in their life, and they don't see that. They see that, oh, well, I can get something better. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think they can get something better until you find yourself alone. But I'm alone. Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm not out here trying to search for anything. I'm just trying to get my life better and get my life back on track. Just trying to get my life back on track. Just trying to make things better for myself. It is what it is. I don't really have to explain my life to you. So it is what it is. I don't really have to explain my finances or anything to you. I made the decision to move out so I can save 800 a month. So other than that, I don't really have to explain anything extra to you. So whatever people think about my 800 that I'm going to save, I don't have to explain the rest of my financial, woes to you. It is what it is. I'm out here because I want to save 800. So as far as how you feel about that, that's your feelings. That had nothing to do with me. However you feel about my $800 a month that I want to save, that has nothing to do with you. Mental illness runs in my mother's family. Oh man, I have anxiety too. But I just share what I share that part because I say I'm out here because I want to save the 800. So as far as now until fall season gets here, who knows? Maybe that part-time job will come in. Maybe the part-time job will come in. But like I said, the part-time job, I haven't even getting phone calls, and the phone calls that I do get for the part-time job, they say, "Oh, I need you to work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday," which is perfect. But I'm not going to leave my main job to go to another job because it may not work out. So I'm staying at my job. So whatever second job that I get, it has to work around the schedule that I have right now. So when people come here and throw shade and say you can't afford this, you can't afford that, I do get it. I do get paid on YouTube. That's part of my money, but YouTube is up and down. It's not always the same every month. So, and I'm thankful. I'm grateful for that. So I'm just sharing my experiences. So when people come here and say stuff about how can you afford this, how can you afford that, I said one day I will be able to afford, but right now I just can't. Yeah, I have a resume. I have all my stuff on online. I have all my resumes and everything up. And I'm not looking for another job because I have one. So where I'm at, I'm planning on staying at. You know what I'm saying? I have other things that I'm doing that I haven't actually spoken about yet. So some things you can't speak about and put it out there on social media or put on my platform because it hasn't happened yet. But there's other things that I'm doing behind the scenes. I just haven't talked about it yet. Yeah, I have a resume. My resume is out there. But for some reason, I don't know, Indeed has not been like they've been just I don't know if it's so many people looking for jobs, but I'm just looking for a part-time job. And they haven't even been calling me back like that. And like I said, the people that's been calling me back, they're like, we need you to work these specific kind of hours. And I'm not going to leave a job that I've been at for years to do that. So I gotta do what's best for me at this point. As far as jobs, I'm not leaving my job. My job is my main source of income, and I'm building other sources of income. But other things that I'm building, it takes time, and I don't sit up here and just tell it all. I don't tell everything to social media. But yeah, I left transitional housing to save $800 a month. That's what I did. That was my choice. And people don't understand, like when you come on social media and you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, there's going to be backlash. There's going to be naysayers. There's going to be people that want to troll you. I have trolls that come back and forth and say things to me, but I don't care. I'm gonna get a check from I'm getting another check from YouTube in September. Thank God for that. Thank God that I was able to open up this platform and speak about what I'm going through. But now so many people are coming here telling me that they're homeless now too, or people saying I live in my car too, and I just get so many testimonies from so many people, and I just be feeling so like I feel for them because I'm in the same boat. Like you know what I'm saying? There some people say, "Oh, you shouldn't have left transitional housing." Yes, I should have left because if I ran through my savings, yes, I should have left because that means I'm not going to take all what I make at work and just give it to rent. That doesn't make sense. Step back out, build up another savings, and then go find me another place. Whether it's a, now I'm not going back to transitional housing, but whether it's probably going to be an extended stay or a hotel or something. If I don't find like an efficiency, but I know one day it's going to happen. It's just not happening right now, and it is what it is. Yeah, I have a resume online. The resume is there. I've always had like a resume and stuff available, but I'm just looking for little simple jobs that should be easy to get into. Even the little jobs are hard to get into. Because I don't know, I think they got the AI connected to these resumes, and they filter out the people that they don't want in the position. They filter out what they don't want to see on the resume, and they call the people that probably what's filtered in that they want for the position. But like even these dumb little stupid positions, like a gas attendant, like a friend of mine was telling me I couldn't even pump gas. Like it's hard, you know. But it's possible. Like, there's so many opportunities out here that you can start your own business. And I do have my soap business that I'm still working on. But I'm telling you, I figure I made the right decision because this me going to work 5 days a week, traveling back and forth. Me, I don't know if I told you guys, but me getting to my job, living at transitional housing where I was at was an hour away. An hour. So if you factor in an hour going to work and an hour coming back home, that's 2 hours. And if you look at my shift at work, my shift is 8 hours. Sometimes it could be 9 hours. So I'm spending 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, I'm spending almost 11 or 12 hours away from transitional housing. I don't live there. I'm not living there. If I'm spending 12 hours away from home every day and I go back to transitional housing and I have responsibilities there because I was the house person, I was the house mom. I was responsible for things. We had to have a meeting every Monday to talk about the house. That stuff got draining to me. Being out of the house every day 10, 11, 12 hours, and then I have to drive an hour from work to get back to transitional housing, that started to wear me out. It wore me out. I'm not going to lie. It wore me down. I got tired of traveling and putting $100 a week in gas. Now I can cut that $100 to maybe $50. I can cut that $100 in half. I don't have to spend that much money on gas because I'm where I sleep at night in my car is closer to my job. I think I made a great decision. Is it comfortable? No. Is it the most great thing? No. But I have to sacrifice in order to save my $800 a month. So I think I made a good decision. I'm just saying. I'm not glamorizing anything. No, living in your car is hard work. But I can make my car comfortable to live in. You know what I'm saying? I can get me a mattress pad. I'm gonna get that plywood thing. I'm gonna get the measurements for the back seat. I'm gonna get some olive oil. Some days when probably preferably on my off days, if I can go get me a piece of chicken breast from the grocery store, I only need one. I got my big bag of rice. There's ways that I can make food and stuff too, but I just haven't gotten to that point yet. But I'm doing the damn thing. It seemed like it benefited them more having you there. Well, the house was failing anyway. I told you it was just me and one girl there. So when I left, my rent is out. It benefited them having me there, yeah, but the responsibility was too great that what I was responsible for because I was the senior in the house. Like, I was the older person that's been there for 7 months. So I had leeway. But I also had to recruit the girls to get the girls into the house. Like, I had to take interviews for them. Like, it was just so much extra responsibility of me living there. And then some of the girls would relapse again, like they would start using drugs. So we had to do urines and all. Like, just the responsibility was too great, and I didn't want to deal with that anymore. I'd rather be free and live in my car and not have to worry about the BS of transitional housing of girls coming in here doing all this stuff, and then me paying all this money for gas, driving an hour to get to work. Now that hour to get to work is cut in like half. It only takes me like 10 or 15 minutes to get to my job from where I sleep at every night now. The only thing I don't like is the fact that I can't cook and the fact that I'm, not the most comfortable in my car, but I can make my car more comfortable for me, make it more relaxing to be in. But I think I made a great choice. I think I made a wonderful decision for myself. I have a big bag of jasmine rice that I got from Sam's Club that actually have to go and start putting it in containers. I want to bag my rice up because when I'm at my storage, like, I can go in my storage and use my camping stove and make food in there. They would never know. The people at storage don't care as long as you're not sleeping in storage. Because if you sleep there, they would know because I would have my car there, so I can't sleep in storage. But I think I made a wise decision by doing what I'm doing now. I think I made a smart choice, a smart move. I can go to the Planet. I got a Planet Fitness membership, exercise, get into the best shape of my life, and just continue to keep my body moving and benefit off the benefits until it get cold. Now, when it get cold out here, I can make a choice and say, you know what, I need to go to an extended stay, or I can find something. I can go back to the shelter and stay there for free for 2 months. Like, I have options, you know what I'm saying? And then when you get to a shelter in the wintertime, they can't put you out because it's cold, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of benefits to, to my lifestyle. And it is what it is. I'm doing what's best for me. If I'm able to save money, I'm going to save. If I'm going to be a little uncomfortable, yeah, I didn't sleep well last night. I was uncomfortable last night in my car, but I need to get me a flat piece of plywood, and then I'm going to get a mattress topper, and I'll be fine. And it's so funny because when I talk about my family and how broken things can be, they don't mind watching me on social media. They watch me on social media, child. I don't know if they watch my YouTube channel, this one, and I really don't care if they did or not, but I'm going to always speak my truth regardless of what people think or feel. But I speak my truth. And my family, they probably watching. And if they are, hello. But I know they watch my other stuff, like they watch my Facebook, they watch my, like, people just be watching everything I put out. I said, well, y'all won't lift a finger to help me with nothing, but y'all damn sure be watching my social media and don't even pick up the phone and say, hey, you okay? You all right out there? Like, no one cares. No one cares. You be out here on your behind and nobody give a damn. But that's okay, because like I said, I did this to myself. So God is good because I'm providing and taking care of me. So that's it. It's another person that's homeless. This lady, I see her a lot. Another homeless person, but I think she's homeless and she got mental illness going on. But yeah, they're watching. They watch my Instagram. Look, when I put out like a Facebook, and I don't share this journey on my Instagram or my Facebook or whatever, but people be watching my Facebook and stuff. They be watching my social media, my other social media channels. They just come and look and leave. They don't give a heart, a like, a share, or nothing. So they don't like me, and guess what? I don't like them either. The feeling is mutual, darling. Yeah, I can save money. I think it's a smart choice. A smart choice, a smart decision that I've made. So this lady, she's a homeless lady, but I think she's homeless and she suffers from mental illness. I see her a lot. She has all her stuff and she goes back and forth and she live in the street. But somebody said her family, she comes from a wealthy family and she chooses to be out in the streets homeless. People say she got some mental stuff going on. So I see her all the time. This homeless woman out here. I see her all the time. She's out here right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can get to 2 hours on this live stream and then I'm gonna get off. I think I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm past 2 hours. But I'm gonna chit chat. I'm getting ready for work. That would be nice. I might see you in Jersey. Your choice. Never know. Yeah, so I got a big bag of rice that I got from Sam's Club, and I have that in my storage. So when I do videos, if I'm able to cook something in storage, I'm gonna let y'all know and let y'all see what it is. But I have to get that kind of organized and settled first. But yeah, y'all, I'm doing what I gotta do. I don't like the situation, but I gotta do what I have to do to survive, you know. But I'm definitely grateful and thankful for you guys coming here every day, watching and just sharing in my journey. Because I had to block somebody today. I don't really block people too often. I have trolls that come here and troll me every day, but sometimes some people need to be blocked, you know. So I just blocked her. And this lady's been watching me for a while, but she just came talking about I need to see a therapist and all this. I know they think a lot of people that are homeless are like mentally ill. Like, you can't be right in your mind if you're going to stay in your car. Like, I'm saving money, girl. Like, I don't have to explain my life to you. So why do you come up here and tell your story? Because I want to and I can. That's why. I want to tell my story and I can tell my story. That's why I tell it, because I want to and I can. That was a job taking care of all those women. Now you're free. Yeah. And I wasn't really taking care of them. I just was like responsible for like more things than what they were responsible for. I had to make sure that people were doing chores, and the girls would come into the house and they didn't do nothing. Like, some of them are very lazy, and I had to say something to these women. And then you say something to them about what they're not doing, they get mad at you. And I don't got time for that. I don't got time for it. Not when it comes to grown women. Like, a lot of the girls in there, a lot of them are addicts. Like, I went there only because I was homeless. I didn't go there because I was an addict and I needed to stay clean. I went there because I was homeless. A lot of them go there because they're addicts and they're trying to stay clean or whatever, or they have programs that, you know, they're trying to keep themselves cleaned up from using drugs. And I understand, but the lifestyle that they live and the lifestyle I live was totally different. Totally different. We had two different lives, so I couldn't relate to them because I'm not a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? I went there basically because I was homeless, but I couldn't go in there and tell them that, you know, I'm only here because I'm homeless. I had to act like I was an addict too. And I think they knew, they could tell by the way by the way I was. They knew I wasn't an addict. They knew that. Because they know how addicts are. They know how addicts can be. They know how addicts move and how addicts do things. They knew I wasn't no addict. But I had to act like I was, you know, to live there. Hurry and put the rice into a glass container so no bugs will get into it. Yeah, it should be put in the freezer first to kill the bugs. Oh, okay. Yeah, matter of fact, I think I have the rice. So me having the rice in storage, the bugs will get into it because it's inside a bag. I want to put it into like another trash bag and try to seal it really tight. Matter of fact, I can put it in this big giant tub that I have. I have this big giant plastic tub that's like airtight that nothing can get into it. I'm probably going to put the bag of rice in there to conserve it. But yeah, so sometimes I can go to ShopRite and get like a chicken breast and take it and put it on my little frying pan. I have the little camper stove. I just have to get the stuff to cook it. Like, I have all of that stuff. I just have to get it. So I'm ready. I mean, I really don't want to cook like that, but I got to do what I have to do, you know. Got to do what I have to do because I can't be out here eating burgers and stuff every day. A glass jar. Yes, bugs will get into it. You need a glass jar. Okay, I'll get the glass. I'll put them in some mason jars and stuff. Yeah. I also have this big giant, it looks like a big giant paint container, like this big thing that I could put the rice probably inside that, and it's like an airtight thing, so I don't think the bugs can get into that. Weevils, they call them bugs. Okay. Yeah, that's the down part about storage is having the bugs when the bugs get into. But I don't have any food in there. The only thing I have food wise is probably the rice. But you know, living out in the car, like, you can't keep meat or anything because it's just it'll spoil, you know. So I have to keep anything like canned goods or anything that I have. There's nothing really I can do. I just gotta keep doing the best I can and sharing my journey, because I'm definitely going up. Like, I get subscribers every day. People just be finding me. I guess I'm in the algorithm, which is nice, but I get trolls and everything. But for the most part, I get more love than trolls, than hateful people. I get more love than hate, so I'm grateful. I always will continue to say how grateful I am, because I am. I'm so happy I got the opportunity to share my journey, you know. And I always would just share it anyway. Like, even with my old YouTube channel, I share my life. If people want to be here for it, they hear it. They don't want to be here, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear about homeless stuff. Hey, go find another channel that's to your delights. But the guy today, when he was telling me that he's in Philly and Penn Station, homeless and on dialysis, like that really, really hurt my spirit, man. It's a lot of people that's really struggling hard. It's so sad that they're not helping this man with disabilities and being homeless. Like, them caseworkers should be on his top helping him. It's sad, really, really sad. And then living in a place like a city like Philadelphia, it's rough out there. I watch a lot of content of the guys that be going out in Philadelphia and talking to the addicts, the ones that are living on the street in Philadelphia. You know, that Kensington, the ones that be in Kensington. I be watching that content a lot, and I just be like, you could tell the guys that really go out there and they really want to try to help make a change, or and the ones that really just want to go out there and laugh at people or just make content because they think it's funny. It's not funny seeing somebody strung out on drugs. That's not funny. It's not funny seeing that type of stuff. It's not funny at all, but I'm relieved to go to work today. Yeah, that's the place I'd never want to go to. I'd rather be homeless out in the country than be homeless in like a big city, because it's easier to navigate being homeless in the suburbs, like being in the countryside, than being homeless out in the city. It's rough in the city because everybody's after you, like they trying to steal your stuff. So it's that's a rough life to live, man. Then you have to try to find a way to get to Wi-Fi. So it's hard, man. But I'm going to try to stick this out for like 2 or 3 months. You know, when it get cold, that's when I'm going to try to get into a shelter. But the sad truth is, with the homeless epidemic, don't nobody care. They look at us like, you know, we did it to ourselves. Nobody cares, you know. Yeah, transitional housing was crazy. But the girl that's in there now, she's the young girl. She's 21. And she said she was going to move too because there's no people in the house to help the house survive, you know. I told her, I said, you got a good another 30 days in the house. You got another month to live here because that's the rent. But I said, girl, the electric bill is due, the gas bill, all the utilities are due. Because I was too busy trying to make the rent. So when them utilities are due, they're going to start cutting those utilities off. And the utilities are due because when there's not a lot of women in the house, you can't pay bills. Like, how you going to pay bills and survive in this place when you can't pay them? And that's another reason why I left. They had utility bills all the way up to like $600. And the girl that's in there now, she's like an airhead. She don't be knowing nothing. She didn't even know how to, this girl didn't even know how to she didn't even know how to fill out a money order. Like, girl, you don't know how to fill out a money order? Like, what? I'm just trying to see. Hopefully I got my card again. I do. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate your support. Trying to make sure I got my card again for work because I can't go without that. I can't go without the card. Yeah, I don't see my cardigan. I might have to go get my cardigan, y'all. I need that. My cardigan for work. I can't go without that. I cannot believe that I left my cardigan in storage. I'm gonna have to go get it because I don't think it's in here. I gotta go back to storage and go get my cardigan. I can't believe I did that. So yeah, you guys, I gotta go back up to my storage because when I'm at work, I wear a cardigan and I don't see my cardigan anywhere. So I think I'm gonna have to go back and go get my cardigan. Which I can't believe I didn't put my cardigan to the side last night. I must have left it in there by mistake. So I'm probably gonna have to go back up and get it. I got my tablet and everything. Living in your car can be frustrating because you have to know that you have all your stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have to make sure I have everything that I need for work. And I don't. So I'm going to go to stores and go get my cardigan. But I appreciate you guys coming by and stopping by and supporting me today. I don't have my cardigan, so let me go get that. And I appreciate y'all. Thank you for stopping by, guys. I'm going to go. I've been live, I think, long enough. I've been running my mouth long enough. I even shed a few tears today. But I got to go back and get my cardigan out of the store. Oh, I do have it, which is good. God is good. I don't have to do it. I can stay live a little bit longer. I don't think I have to be to work until like 10 o'clock. So it kind of worked out. And I have my I be tired of staying in this car, y'all. I really do. I'm over staying in my car, but have a good day. Thank you, Joanna. I'm just trying to make sure I have all my cords. I have all my cords. I got all my water for work. Everything that I need. Thank you, Joanna. You have a good day, too. You going to work or you just getting off or what? What's your deal? What you doing today, girl? Yeah, the more you are in it, yeah. Like I said, Joe, Rhonda, I did car life before, but only stayed in it for like 30 days. And it was around July of last year, 2025. I stayed in my car for like 34 days. Then I went into a shelter. So when it starts to get chilly out, I'm going to try to hopefully see if I can get into a shelter somewhere and then go from there. That's going to be my plan. But I go to a shelter, I don't really have to pay rent there either. So that'll also help me. So, but I know I'm not going back to transitional housing. But like you said, once you be in it for a little while, you get used to it. It becomes like nothing. I haven't been in my car for a while. So, and even when I stayed in my car before, I stayed in it for 30 days. And when I was at 30 days, I was starting to get annoyed with it, you know. Oh, you're going to work at 10:30? Okay, you have a good day, okay? Yeah, I just got to get used to it. And I'm needing for it to cool off a little bit because the heat was really getting to me yesterday. All I wanted to do was sleep, you know what I mean? All I wanted to do was rest. And me not being able to rest, I was kind of annoyed with that. But Joanna, I hope you have a good day at work. I'm going to work today too, and I couldn't be more excited to go. I couldn't be more ecstatic. And you guys have a good day. I will talk to y'all soon, okay? Maybe tonight, before I go to bed, well, before I go to my car. Hopefully when I get off work, maybe Home Depot will still be open. And Home Depot is actually open right now. I might go over there and see about this plywood. But I got to get the measurements and stuff first. So I'm going to wait till I get to work and get my measuring stick or whatever you call those things, those measuring tools. And I need to measure and see if they can cut me out a piece of wood. I'm trying to figure out how much the plywood will cost me. How much y'all think it would be? Maybe like $20 to get plywood. Does anybody know any prices on plywood? Because Home Depot is actually right here. So I can stop in there when I get dressed to see. I just need plywood. Hopefully plywood ain't gonna be too expensive. I just need a piece to get in that back seat. just a little piece to go back there for me, you know. Because once I get that plywood and I put it on that back seat, then I could be able to make my bed. That's going to be my bed. I'm going to lay on plywood, but I could just put all my blankets on it, and then I could put the mattress topper on there. And the mattress topper should make it soft for me to be able to sleep sleep restful, have a restful sleep. Because it's enough space for me to stretch out my whole entire body back there. So I have I have a mini SUV, but once I put the seats down, it's enough space and room for me to rest properly. You know what I'm saying? For me to have a restful night's sleep. And I'll just get a couple more window covers. I can get those from anywhere, like any type of store that have car stuff. But I need a net. I just do need a net to keep my top thing open. I saw a video about a month ago or so that it was a woman. She was a veterinarian and she was having to buy a dog bed so she could sleep in her van. Yeah, I probably can get a dog bed too. Maybe a dog bed will help too. A big one, a big dog bed. They're probably expensive. She was a veterinarian and she needed to go move in her car, and she's a veterinarian. It's a lot of people doing this, man. They're starting to realize, especially if you're like a single person and you don't have no like family attached to you or anything, any big responsibilities, you can live this lifestyle and not have to worry about paying not one damn bill. The only bill you have to worry about paying is maybe your cell phone bill, your food bill, and some gas. And if you're still working, I base myself close to my job. You know, I'm based close to my job. My job from where I put my head at night is 10 or 15 minutes down the road. How convenient is that? Versus when I was in transitional housing, I would have to drive an hour to get from my house all the way over to my job. Like, you know how much that was killing my car, killing the gas, killing everything? Like, now I have time to, like I said, I had a rough time yesterday because it was so hot. But now I have time to do a lot of things that I need to do, like fix my car up, like get my tires. I have 3 tires that I need to buy. I'll be able to afford to get those because I want to get this car situated and ready for the winter. When it gets cold, I want to be able to have decent tires on my car and, get stuff done on my car that I need to get done. So now I have time to do that. On my days off, of course, because now my days off will be on Mondays and Tuesdays, which works out because Monday and Tuesdays are business days. So if there's anything I need to do business wise, I can get those done on those days now. Because before I had off Sunday and Monday. Sunday is a day where you can't really do much of nothing with business because nothing's open. And then Monday I could, but I would have to get everything jammed in. And then when I was living in transitional housing, on Mondays we had our meeting that I had to do. I had to be there for our meeting. And so I saw a lady doing that. She too bought a large dog bed for her cushion. I might have to get a dog bed myself. The dog bed might work better than the plywood thing. Do y'all think I should get the plywood and put it down in the back? Just because it's like bumpy back there. Like in the back, my wheel well, my spare tire is back there. So the way that the seats fold down, but it's not flat. You understand what I'm saying? Like the seats fold down, but it's not flat. It's like a bump. It's like a hump back there where the seats fold at. It's like a hump right there. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you ever seen a small SUV, you're able to put the seats down. There's going to be like a hump back there. So there's like a hump. So I'm not laying flat. I would like to lay flat, but I might invest and get me a dog bed too. I seen one guy, he had like a camping bed, a camping thing in his car. Like there's so many people that fix it up. Like I love the setup I see with a lot of people. Like I'm not getting a cooler or none of that. Like I'm not trying to do it like that back there. They had pet mats, 2 beds and mats. Okay, try getting the dog bed first. Okay, I'll get the dog bed and see what happens. Because I probably get the dog bed. I might still get the, because I had the mattress topper before. I did have a mattress topper before. And the mattress topper was actually, I was still feeling a hump even with the mattress topper. So if I put the mattress topper down and then the dog bed, I'll probably be okay. I probably can have a restful night's sleep. Because I just want to be comfortable. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't comfortable last night. It was weird because last night I couldn't sleep. But my first night that I slept in my car, I was comfortable. I was okay. It was doable. It wasn't the most comforting, but I was okay. I made it work. But yeah, I never thought about a dog bed. But I probably could get one too. Pet mats, too, bed mats. Yeah, I'm gonna look into all of that. I have time to do it, so because like I said, I don't travel back. I'm staying close to my job, which is amazing that I don't have to spend a lot of money in gas. I could sleep. The good thing about living in your car is you can literally sleep anywhere. You can sleep anywhere you want to sleep. The wood platform later. Okay. Yeah, I'll check out the dog bed and see how that works. Because I was thinking I just needed the wood platform to just have it flat. Remember, save receipts for everything. If it doesn't work, you try. You can take it back. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll try the dog bed and then I'll get the the mattress topper and we'll go from there. Because if I'm comfortable in my car, I'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't comfortable. And on my days off, I just have to figure out. I'm going to make a list of what I need to do in my day. Like on my next days off, if I have like a routine hourly and say, okay, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to stay there for 2 hours. Then after the gym, I'm going to go to the library and I might try to stay there for 4 hours. Like I have to have a plan of my day. Because if I have my day planned out and mapped out, it'll probably go a lot smoother than what it went yesterday when I kind of got frustrated and I started getting really emotional and I was so tired. I'm telling you, I was so tired. I was willing to lay on the sidewalk. Like, I was like, is there somewhere I could lay in the back of a store? Somewhere that I could just go to sleep for like an hour. That's how I felt. Are there any other logistical problems maybe the chat can help you think through? No, really, just my bed, my sleeping situation. Should I get the plywood and the dog bed and everything? Because for some reason, I still think I can feel that hump. I still feel that hump, and I don't like the hump back there. Good morning. How are you? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm going to start planning my days off. That'll be easier for me living in my car now. If I plan my day off, okay, I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to start my exercise at like 5:30, do my hour cardio. After that, I'm going to go get me a coffee at Wawa. Just plan my day so that my days off are filled up with something for me to do. Because if I just kind of go about my day like I didn't have a plan yesterday, and that's why I was frustrated because I was bored too. I was bored, but I was also tired and I was also hot. So it was a lot. I was kind of all over the place. I'm going to go get me a notebook from the dollar store and I'm going to start planning my day every day of what I'm going to be doing. Yes, I have a much better day if I plan it, especially my days off. Yeah, I got to plan my days off. I'm even going to be planning my days that I'm working so that I can get up and do what I need to do. Because if I write it down, I pretty much make it happen. And I learned that, like, if you write things down, things pretty much happen if you write them down. And that does work. You know what I mean? So I'll be doing that. Because shoot, if I had like a one of those work vans, one of those construction vans, I could put a whole like twin bed in that. Hi Sarah, how are you? Yeah, I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree today and get me a another planner, like another notebook that I can write more notes in of things that I need to do in my day, because I will follow that plan. Like, you know what I mean? It'll make it easier for me. I see 27, 26 people watching me. Thank you guys for coming out here today. I'm about to get off soon. Yeah, I do. I have a journal and stuff. I do write things in my journal. I just have to write into it now, like just to get my thoughts out there and my feelings and my emotions. I was supposed to write in my journal yesterday and I didn't do it. I just got to plan my days better. Have you seen Mary Colt channel? She lives in a tent with her weird boyfriend. Wonder if you see. You talking about the black girl Tulip? Oh yeah, I watch her. Yeah. I watch her. I like her. She's wonderful. I love her personality, but I think the boyfriend is like, I think she needs to get rid of him. He's dead weight. Because really, like, to me, in my opinion, like both of them should be working. You know what I mean? They should both be working jobs. But if they're making money on social media, okay, social media is her job, so he should be working. But yeah, I like her, but I don't know how I feel about him. Yeah, she's such a bright soul, and he is so odd to say the least. He should be going to a job every day. Me, I just can't say that's my boyfriend because you need to be working. Like, especially if that's her channel. Like, maybe they have the channel together. Maybe they, like, I don't know how much they make from the channel, but I think him as a man, he should be getting up, going to work every day. If she's running the channel mainly, great, but she's making a lot of nice meals and she's doing her part. He's probably just kind of leeching off of her a little bit, and he might really truly love her. Like, I don't know, because I don't know him personally, so I don't know, but from what people are saying now, like, people are kind of like dragging him a little bit because he really should be getting up, going to work every day. Because if you go to work and you go out in the community and you work a job for 8 hours a day, you feel better and you feel good, and you can work on trying to get a car. Like, I don't know how much they bring in, but her channel is very popular. So, but I like watching her. Yeah, I watch her. I watch a lot of homeless people, and they live in a tent, and I'm like asking her, like, girl, how you do that? Where you put your tent at? Like, I'm not trying to ask her where she puts her tent, because nobody's going to tell you where they put their tent, because it's supposed to be a secret. But going to be they say he works, but I don't know how true that is. The whole situation is so bizarre. Yeah, if I had a man, girl, I would not want to be in no tent. I mean, I understand if you're in a relationship, maybe they were in a relationship before the homelessness started. You know what I'm saying? So we have to think about it like that. Maybe they were living with their parents. I think she said she was living with her mom. Whatever his backstory was, I don't know, but we would have to get the backstory and see what was going on before they was homeless. Like, if this homeless thing a new thing, but she's still smiling and doing her thing. Because, girl, I was in tears yesterday. But they have a popular channel, so I'm sure they're probably making decent money. I'm sure, like, in my opinion, I'm really thinking that she's probably bringing in maybe $1,000 or more per month. I'm thinking relationships should be close to 50-50 as people can manage. Some people are turned off work, and I understand why. Workplace abuse, underpaid. Yeah, I understand. Terrible customers. I understand sexual harassment. Yeah, we got a lot of sexual harassment at my job. There's no worker protect. You're right, Landon. There's no worker protect. I deal with the crap at my job. The sexual harassment, the men be there talking slick, and the women do sexual harassment too. Like, all types of, like, women at work sometimes sexually harass other women. So it happens. It's at work. Yes, it's so rampant. But I don't know what their background was, so I can't really say. Like, I think she was saying, because I went back to the beginning of her videos, and I was trying to understand, like, what happened. So I think she said she was living with her mom, and I don't think her and her mom was getting along anymore. She didn't really get into details about a lot of stuff. So I went back to the beginning to say, hey, maybe it's something I missed. So I think she was living with her mom, but I think her and her mom was living in a hotel. So I don't know what happened, but I'm going to ask her one day, because sometimes you ask questions, she will answer it. But her videos are very short. She doesn't really have any, like, long form content, but she's popular and people really like her. I like to dispel the myth of hard work as an own reward. Some jobs are miserable. The companies are run by miserable people, and customers are awful. That sort. Yeah, that's how I feel at my job. I just go to my job because I need the money and I need to work. So, you know what I'm saying? I got other things going on. Like, I have other things in the works that I'm just not talking about right now. So anything extra that I have in the works, I'll tell you guys about when it's time. But right now, it's not really time for me to spill beans. You can't I'm not going to spill the beans until I have what I need. You know what I'm saying? Then I can spill the beans and say, look, guys, this is what I was working on. So, I mean, I don't know what he's doing. As far as Tulip's man, he might be a good guy. He might be a nice guy, but I think he should be getting out, going to a job. Because I figure they're both really young. They both look like they're both in their 20s. They're both young, young and strong, So I don't know what his background is. She doesn't really talk about it. I learned to put on a silicone ring at work and lie about being married, because male customers will get... They don't really flirt with me. But I understand what you're saying about being a woman with a ring, because even if you have a ring, the men will still try to wiggle their way in and try to say something smart and sarcastic. And it's so weird, because at my job, all of a sudden now they're having all these sexual harassment trainings. Like, these are signs that you're being sexually harassed. But most of the time, you don't go forward because sometimes the person that's sexual harassment is the one at the job that's bringing in all the money. Anybody watch the Brandon dude? I think it's the skinny kid. Something, he's young, homeless guy bouncing from Airbnb. No, I don't know about him. What's his channel's name? I'm always open to find new channels to watch. So what's his name? His name is just Brandon. Yeah, child. Even though silicone rings don't stop these men, it's like to dispel the myth of hard work. He makes $2K a month from a post she's made recently, but that ain't a way to live. Yeah, it's hard. But they, same thing as my situation. Some people have jobs that they can make. Well, if you make $2K a month, a lot of the times you probably make over a little bit over minimum wage if you make $2K. If you bring in 2,000, anything that you're making, if you go to a job or whatever. So if you're making anything over 2,000 a month and more, a little bit more than that, that's probably, in my state, that's probably you making a little bit over minimum wage. So that's what they're bringing in, making their YouTube stuff. They're bringing in that amount. They're probably making a little bit over minimum wage, which is fine. But me, in my head, I'm just like, I'm going to run a channel and you can go get a job. You know what I'm saying? You can go work at Walmart at night or something. You know what I'm saying? They bounced around from place to place, family, hotels, etc. Yeah. Same thing I did. I bounced around. Well, I bounced around with family in the beginning. I bounced around with family, went to shelters, and now I'm back in my car. Sometimes homelessness you could be homeless for years until you find stability. Like homelessness can be a thing. Like you could be in it for a long time until you find stability. So I think that's funny that people who went to college for 200 bought a house for and telling us that we don't work hard enough. Yeah, it's crazy. Sergio guy living in this car to save for a camper. He lives in Poland. I watch a lot of homeless people. Yeah. I just don't watch the YouTubers that are like the cookie cutter ones. The ones that it looks fake. It looks like, all the editing and all that stuff. Like, I don't watch the hot shots that are like the hot shot homeless people. Oh, I choose to live in my car. Now, some people will let you know that I'm just trying this out. And some people will try to act like they're homeless and they're really not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really living a homeless life. And thank God, like, I'm happy today that I get to go to work because at least I'm in a building that's air conditioned. I have access to water. I have access to a microwave. I can go around the corner and go find me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about the small things, you know what I'm saying? The little things I'm like excited about. I'm excited and happy about the small things. I think it's funny that people went to college for 200 and bought a house for 29. Yeah, telling us what we need to work hard. Yeah, I can't stand the trad wife BS. I don't like the videos where they waste food like liars or fakes. Oh yeah, the trad wife thing. I was looking at that on TikTok. I don't follow the make-believe life, the fantasy land world. Like, I'm not into that. I like, my life is real. Even when I move and when it's time for me to get an apartment or something, I'm not going to live that glitz and glam life that I'm not living. Like, the trad wife thing, that's definitely out of my league. I'm not married, so I don't really care about that. So, but the trad wife thing, everybody's fascinated. It's a whole group of women or people or audience out here that's fascinated with this fast life. Everybody wants to be beautiful. Everybody wants to look beautiful. Everybody, like, you're dressing like you're going to like some big fancy orchestra dinner to just make dinner for your family. Oh, my husband wanted Cheerios for breakfast, so I'm going to make them from scratch. Well, lucky you, girl. The trad wife thing is definitely not my thing, so... But I do, I'm in agreement with family and, nothing wrong with being married and having your family and loving your family. But the whole make-believe thing of, oh, I'm a trad wife and, the fantasy land stuff. Much trad wife. The trad wife are the women. Just put in trad wife. Put in trad wife on. It's like the cookie cutter wife. She's married. She has some small children, and she's a stay-at-home wife. And she caters to her family. She caters to her husband. She caters to her children. She's like making all her food from scratch, which I love that. Like I'm into the making food thing, but they make it like a glamorous life, like the princess life that they call it trad wife. Just kind of look it up. You'll see. And I think it's another woman. I think she's called the ballerina wife or something like that. So she has a family, and I think they live on a farm in Iowa or somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, I think. And she's a white family, nice looking family and stuff. I think she got like 7 kids with her husband, and they say she's always pregnant, and she's a trad wife. And they make all their food from scratch, which I love that aspect. I love when I see women making food from scratch, because I like to make food and I love to feed my family. And so I love to see people eat food that's like homemade. But the trad wife, they kind of set this lifestyle up as like, oh, this is a wonderful life. I'm perfect. My husband's perfect. My family's perfect. And that's just not reality of life. And they try to make it seem like, oh, this is the life you want to be. You want to be a trad wife. You want to be a perfect wife. You want to be cooking everything from scratch for your family. And just like this princess fairy tale, I live in a castle type of life. Oh, that's make believe. Yeah, like make believe stuff. Like you just pull up a book of Cinderella and she found her prince. Like that type of crap. It's stupid. No such thing as a trad wife above age 35. Ask yourself why. That's just something that they do on social media. They call it trad wife, so that's what they label it as. But for the women, that lifestyle works for them, but most of the time that stuff is for views, because the husband and wife is probably not even getting along. The husband probably cheating on the wife, all types of crap. You'll find out later down the road that he was cheating on her, she was cheating on him, all types of crazy stuff. But it's for social media. People love to see that type of stuff. They love to see the make believe. They love to see the make believe. I've never been a person that cares about make believe. I'm more of a person that like to live in real reality type stuff. So family values are one thing but women telling women they shouldn't go to school and shouldn't only serve men is bullshit. Yeah, I don't believe in that either. I think a woman should have something of her own. Like, I believe in marriage and the family. Nothing wrong with that. I'm in whole agreement for that. But women should have their own, because when you live, I've been seeing people in my family that got into marriages and catered. Then the husband's cheating with the woman next door. Now she don't have no education, no nothing. Like, no, I believe a woman should have something for herself in this society. Like your own credit cards, your own bank account, your own money. All those trad wives get used up by their husbands and then dumped for much younger women. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And left with no job experience. You're right. You got to stay smart. That's trad wife, guys. Hopefully we explained what the trad wife was for you. It's like a fantasy make-believe life, fairy tale wife, Oh, we live in this big, beautiful house. And that black woman, I think she's mixed. Her name is Nora. Is her name Nora Smith or Nora Roberts? I think her name is Nora Smith. If you just tap her name in YouTube, it'll come up. Nora Smith, and it's another white woman. Her name is, I think her channel name is Ballerina Wife. Thank you for the gift, Sarah. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think her name is Ballerina something. They live in I think they're they're Mormons. I don't know if they're Mormon. They're not Amish, but they live that kind of Amish kind of life. Like everything is kind of like, we have their lifestyle, that they live on a farm and everything is kind of like Amish, but I don't know if they're Mormon, or there's something in that diaspora where I think the men believe in having like multiple wives, but this family, he's only married to his one wife. So I think they believe in Mormon. I think they follow the Mormon faith. I'm not sure. But she's definitely kind of like trad wife, but she makes like all her food and stuff from scratch, and I love that. I love watching her cook. Child, I thought I had more water. Oh, I'm out of water. I got one right here. That's the thing, being in your car, honey. You're gonna have to make sure you got plenty of water. So I'm gonna fill my water bottles up, because it look like the sun trying to break through the clouds. Because child, once that sun come up, girl, Once that sun come up, it's going to get hot out here. I think she said it's supposed to be 88 degrees. I can't believe I'm still on live. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Of course, the husband's chest cheat. They're allowed to. The husbands talk the wives into it. Yeah. But now the trad wife thing is trending. It's a trendy thing for YouTube and stuff. So people are watching that. And they have this make-believe life of the wonderful Ken-looking husband, the husband that's so attractive and good-looking. Child, some of them people be struggling to pay their bills. Don't let the lifestyle of YouTube and TikTok fool you, because some of them are struggling to pay their bills. But if it works for them, it works for them. I'm sure they're getting paid for it. They bring them money. They're really popular. So, but that's the trad wife thing, honey. I ain't never been a trad wife and never want to be. I'm too old to be a trad wife. You a trad wife, honey, they want you to be young. You got to be like 22. My trad wife days are over. But I like when I watch the recipes. I don't watch it more so for the aesthetic. I watch it for like different recipes, like different things I can cook. You know what I mean? So, but it feels nice to be close to my job and I don't have to go far. It feels really nice. I'm digging this already. Yesterday I had a horrible day. So sometimes they unblock some comments. The one I saw, the lady was a Mormon trad wife. Husband left her for a younger escort after she found out she got an STD from him, but she wasn't even allowed to get STD tests because the church said no. Oh my God. See, these churches be talking these women into stuff. Even like my sister ended up staying with her cheating husband. He cheated on her, so she gave him another chance. And not only that, this is how low self-esteem my sister really had. Yeah, the ballerina farms. Yeah, check her out. I like watching her for her recipes. And then her and her husband, like, she works out. She does her, like, her fitness stuff. But I like watching her cook. You know, I love, like, a home-cooked meal. I'm into that. So I love when I watch her cook, because I be writing down some of her recipes. But, yeah, it's Ballerina Farms. I like the family. I'm not into the trad wife thing, but I do like when she makes her meals and stuff like that. Yeah, so my sister's husband, and they're heavily into church. And he cheated on her. And she felt like... well, first of all, let's go back. My sister's first husband cheated on her, and she left him after some time, and she ended up getting married again, and her husband that she got married to again, her second husband, also cheated on her. But the only reason she sticks with him, that pig of a person, he's about 800 freaking pounds, she stays with him only because that's what God says. God says that I should stick by my husband. Like, come on, girl. A man that's cheating on you could bring you HIV, AIDS, all types of diseases. You think that that's what you deserve? Like, what's wrong with you at this point? If you think that you deserve to be treated that way, what is wrong with you at this point? Some women don't have no self-esteem within themselves. Like, you hate yourself that much that you gonna sit here and keep letting men cheat on you, lay down with other women. You don't know if they're protecting themselves or not, but you think that's all you're worth. That's really sad. She don't think much of herself, but she would look at someone like me with no husband and homeless out here by myself. I'm homeless and everything, but I'm peaceful. When it come to men, I ain't thinking about no man. I'm not thinking about a man. I'm cool. I'm not thinking about men. You think I'm out here worrying about if a man could save me or not? I could care less about what men think. I love that I'm finding all these little nooks that I could chill in. So I'm not thinking about men and what they think or feel about me being out here. So she thinks that she's better than me because she has a husband. But since you got a husband, your second husband cheated on you just like your first husband. So you think you're better than me? No, I think I'm in a better position than you. I don't have to worry about no man cheating on me or bringing me HIV and AIDS and stuff like that. But women like that, the ballerina wives, the trad wives, they think they're better than women that have no husbands. Girl, I'm more at peace than you probably will ever be. I lost my whole family for getting free. Oh man, you lost your whole family? I'm sorry to hear that. I know someone heavy on the church. Husband cheats, abusive, thoughtful, and so this day she stays in the marriage because God's divorcing is wrong. But God does say you can divorce if your husband cheats on you. Like if your spouse cheats, God does. That's a grant. That's grounds for divorce. But some women use God because they have such low self esteem about themselves, and they're so thinking, well, I'm probably not going to be able to find anybody and all this stuff. Girl, I could care less about men. I'm so happy that I could care less if I have a man or not. Like I'm cool on my own. It's nice to have men around and stuff when you need when you need them. You know, nothing wrong with that. And I'm not against relationships, and I'm not bashing men. So, cause I know somebody gonna come here and say you sound like you're bashing guys. I said no. I just feel like I can do it. I'm okay on my own, especially in my situation. Like I've had men that offer, hey, you could come and stay with me. I know why you want me to stay with you because I know what you think it's going to turn into. I'm not going to turn into your living prostitute. Like no, I'm cool. It's like if you have a fetish to be submissive to men, that's one thing, but don't vote to take away the other women's rights. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, they're trying to make it illegal for women to divorce men, remember. Well, if they make it illegal for women to divorce men, women won't get married. They won't get married. They just won't. And people are not getting married no more anyway today. Like people are just not getting married because they're, the cheating, the stuff that's going on with the cheating is the biggest thing. Yeah, the stuff that's going on with the cheating is literally the biggest thing that is going on in these marriages. And the women cheat too. It's not always men. But sometimes men cheat and then women cheat back, and when men bring in other babies in these marriages and stuff, that's heartbreaking for women. One thing I never did, I never minded leaving a man alone. You do something to me, I'm out. You don't have to. I don't care how good looking you are. I've been with some attractive looking men in my life. Just because you look good, don't mean that I'm gonna stick around. You treat me bad, I'm out. I don't have to deal with this crap. I'd rather be single and alone and face my struggles. I know that's why I'm out here in my car. I'd rather be single and alone and deal with drama from the guys. Especially if he's not being a good person. Like if you're not being a good man to me, why do I need you in my life? If you're not being respectful, you want to beat me up, smack me around. Like I don't need you in my life for that. We don't need nobody around to beat us up and disrespect us. I see that all the time. Like men be out here beating up women. Like that's not cool. But these women be staying. They have no self-esteem. I care about myself. I care and love myself. I'm sorry. I can't be having no man doing that to me. And I'm gonna stick around for it? Heck no. Some of these comments, they block the comments. Some of them just get blocked. It depends on what you're talking about. So they get all the benefits. Yeah. In the South, you are nothing if you get free from abuse. To only consider physical abuse as abuses are. Yeah, it's a shame. I'm 46. I ain't never been married, and I probably will never get married, and I'm okay with that. Living my lifestyle, being homeless and out here, it can be peaceful and a little bit freeing because I'm kind of like a little bit out of society because I'm not in this societal norm of go find you a husband or go get someone to take care of you, or I'm just kind of free. I don't like living in my car and stuff like that, but it's peaceful. It's peaceful. Yeah, some of the comments get blocked, and it's not me blocking them. Some sometimes YouTube will block them, but I can read the comment. So sometimes, depending on what you say, they will block them. Yeah, I used to be a church person until I learned better. I used to be one of those church people. I used to be very religious because I thought that's what it was until I ended up homeless and church people are fake and phony and they're not helping you. Most of them just want your tithing and offering money. Most of them just want your tithing and offering money. Because when my sister goes to the same church that I used to go to, and when I would disappear because I was going through stuff in my life, being a single mom and raising my kids, I went through a lot of ups and downs when my kids were younger. And the church would never reach out to me to say, hey, are you okay? We haven't seen you in a month or so. Or is everything going good? Like, do you need help with something? Like my church never reached out to me. And that's how I know that they never cared. So I started to find out over time that the church, they don't care either. They just want you to be there every Sunday clapping, shouting, screaming, and hollering, and they want to take your money. And they want to chicker and smile in your face. They want to find out where you work at, what kind of car you drive. And if you're not married and you're in church, if you're like me, a single mom in church, they shame you for that. They shame you for that in church. That's why you have to be very selective on how you let people treat you. First sign of disrespect, please tell them to fuck off. Oh, yeah, I understand. That is so true. Yeah. Some women got low self-esteem. Some women got low self-esteem, low self-worth. They don't even care about their own self, but they trying to keep up this front of this trad wife life. And that's why I don't talk to my sister no more. Because her fat, sloppy husband, and mind you, her husband, he's not even an attractive guy. You like, you're doing all this for this slob? He's like 800 pound, diabetic, diabetes filled. He's just disgusting. And I said, you're wasting your life with this junk? But that's your life, sis, not mine. And she got the nerve to be trying to throw shade at me because I'm homeless and I'm going through what I'm going through. But these are the same kind of women that think that they're better than women that don't have a husband. She thinks she's better than me, so go ahead and be better, girl. Go. Slap your husband, because when we were talking and everything was okay, she used to talk about him like, he needs to lose weight. And I said, well, if you frying chicken for him every freaking day like a trad slave wife, you go ahead. He's gonna forever be sloppy and fat. And he's such a nasty person. Like, he don't talk to nobody in the family because nobody likes him because he's a cheater. He cheats on her. She allows it. So now it's like, girl, you must love this life. She loves the life. And the girls in transitional housing, they were like dating and stuff. And I'm like, how y'all date when y'all don't have a roof over your head? Like, how are y'all dating these men? If these men are not coming in, like, helping you with something, they should be helping you find, like, hey, I can help you with this. Like, if they're not helping you with something, girl, I wouldn't be talking to none of them. If I'm homeless and I'm saying I'm dating a guy, he better have been doing something to help my situation. Not just giving. And I told the girl in the house, I said, don't be giving these guys your body. I said, you're homeless. You're in here and you're fighting your own demons and stuff like that. Why are you worrying about men? Men are just going to make your situation worse because they're sleeping with you. They're inserting themselves into your body, and that's just opening up feelings and emotions and STDs and stuff. I said, y'all shouldn't be dating while y'all in this type of living environment, because these men are just using you for what you're giving them. The people the people most likely to walk by me on the street or even condemn me for being there are, yep, Christian. Yeah. And the dudes who cheat on women who give her STD, she could get cancer, cervical cancer. Yeah. On the first day he disrespects you, let him know that you're shut that shit down, because you're right. But the women that deal with men like this, something's wrong with them for sure. They have problems. Yeah, I realized the church was a scam. Um, Since I've been homeless, I just realized everything was a scam, and I was played, because I played into it. My mom and them introduced me to church when I was a kid. I had no choice. I had no choice. Introduced to this lifestyle. So I had no choice. I had to do what I had to do. And as I got older and I had my own children, I brought my kids to church, because I thought that that's what you do. Until I learned that it is a scam. Those pastors are sending their own children to college and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like a whole big thing. See, these pastors are sending their own children to college and stuff on our dime. It's a homeless lady out here, and there's this guy in this truck that I think he's just sitting there, like, watching her. How ignorant are you? That is so fucking ignorant. I think this older man is sitting here watching this homeless lady in her car, homeless, and he's just sitting there kind of watching her. He's been sitting over there for, like, in his car. He got some mental disorders going on, and he's just sitting there watching her from his car. Dump the churches, start community centers to help the community. Yeah, and the same thing. The sad thing is, a lot of these churches are not even helping the community. And a lot of churches are helping the community. You have some churches out here that are, but most of them aren't thinking about what's going on in the community. Like my church right now, I haven't been in my church in like 7 months. If I was a member there and I paid tithes and offering into that system, and I have, they should have been calling me like, hey, we haven't seen you in forever. Are you okay? That's what churches should be doing. Finding out if I'm okay. They don't give a crap. I disappear from church. It's just like a job. When somebody passes away, they hire somebody the next day. They're not worrying about you. Just like fake jobs. They act like they care about you when you're there. Everything's good. But let you get sick. Let you get sick. I didn't see jobs let people go because they got sick and they're using the benefits, They start firing people for that. Yeah, the world is just so fucked up. If I had the money, I could go find me a nice piece of land out on a mountain somewhere, and I would get completely out of society. Like, I would leave this in a heartbeat if I could. I would definitely leave society in a heartbeat if I could. You know what I'm saying? But I can't because I don't have the finances right now. So I don't know what the rest of my life is going to look like, but I got some things that I got brewing, things that I have in the works. So I'm not sitting here just talking, but I'm not going to keep telling stuff that it hasn't happened yet. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing the best I can. I saw a woman called around asking for formula. Yeah, I saw that too. And I think the church that did help her was the Muslim people. Yeah. Shoot, I could probably call the Muslim mosque to let them know I'm homeless. Maybe they help me. Because the Christian church for damn sure ain't doing nothing. I've been in the Christian Pentecostal churches all my life, These people are sick. And they the same people talking about the Jehovah's Witnesses going around knocking on doors. At least they got up and they got on the ground and tried. Even though I don't, represent, I don't believe in what they believe in. I still respect the fact that they get out on the grounds and they try to talk to people. They try to spread, what do they say? Spread the good news. They try. That's why when I have a job like that, I used to throw away stuff when my boss Used to throw away stuff when my boss would show their ass. I would just give away free food all the time. Good for you. I used to give away free food like a motherfucker. You want a crappy boss? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the bosses be treating you like crap, and I be at the job taking what I want to take. Yeah, but that's right. Fight back against the system, but that would be nice if everybody could fight back and everybody could be on the same page. Because there's so many people out here. I be seeing these people just living these lives of the same thing. Like when I live in transitional housing, the house that we had was in a nice neighborhood. So I seen all these cookie cutter families, all these cookie cutter people getting up, going to work every day, taking out their trash. Everybody just obeying every law, everything. And the world is literally falling apart. And there's nothing wrong with somebody getting up, going to work. Hell, I'm about to go to work in a little bit of time. But there's nothing wrong with going to work every day. But the things that's going on out here, people are not speaking up. Everybody's so okay with everything. No one's saying nothing. They're not fighting back. People are not fighting back. The things that are happening to children, the things that people are getting away with children, like so many things out here are so broken. And nobody's saying anything about it. And I'm not saying nobody because we do have people that are. So it's not everybody. But if everybody could be on the same page and stop worrying about racism and, racism and this and that. And even though racism is very, very allowed, racism is here. But if everybody could get on the same page and stop being racist and stop being this and stop being colorist, it's so much that's going on out here in the world. And we can't win it all, right? We can only try our best. But guys, I'm gonna get ready to go. I gotta get ready for work, okay? Tonight, I think before I go to my car bed, when I get off of work today, I think I'm gonna try to go to Home Depot, see where I can find a dog bed. Maybe I can find a dog bed in the Home Depot. So we'll see. But I'm gonna talk to y'all later. It was great talking to you guys today. Thank you guys for coming by here. I hope by now everybody that's in here had gave me a thumbs up already, guys. I appreciate you, okay? I will talk to y'all later, and if I don't talk later, that means I had a crazy day at work and I'm super tired and I just want to get back to my car and go to sleep. But hopefully tonight I'll be able to do another live stream because now YouTube has some new guidelines for January 2027 that they want people to have like more watch time hours. So I don't know if that applies to me, but I have to just do my research. But I'll talk to you guys later, and you guys all have a wonderful day. Bye. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate